I got to say, I feel bad for laughing at this.
That should be the name of the podcast.
We've mentioned enough already that it's starting to get funny. Yeah, he killed 6 gay men after sexual encounters. He claimed all 6 of them were self-defense.
Welcome
Welcome
back
to the Dylan and Joe Basement
Podcast.
Podcast. I'm your host, Dominic.
I'm Dylan.
Who's left?
I'm not even here.
There's only 3 of us.
Forgot my name.
Joe, the name Joe didn't come up, so
Thank you.
I'll introduce him. That's Joe.
We're back in the saddle again, as Aerosmith once said. We're back. And we're glad to see all you. We're all together again for another episode of the Dylan and Joe Basement Podcast. You notice it's not toilet wine, because Dylan is here, and he's queer, and you better get used to it. Or you know what? We don't
better than ever this year.
Yeah, the Hess truck this year. Dylan is
Hess
here.
truck is back.
Yeah.
We love it. This is another great episode, what I like to call This or That. And we're doing it again, and these boys don't know what they're in for. I give them a little treat. I say, don't even bother researching. Just show up and be your bad selves, as always, which they will. Gentlemen, do you have any idea what we're here to do today? I did give you a little hint there. What do you think?
We're going to pick this or that.
You are.
Nailed it.
But it's not like a would you rather. It's more like an episode we've done in the past that had a similar theme to it. Not Dom's Florida one. That's right, gentlemen. Today we're going to decide whether they're an actor or a serial killer. Yay!
Why doesn't be actor or terrorist? No way.
Actor or serial killer. Yay!
Oh, nice. Very good.
Similar theme, you guys know the program. I'm going to read you a name, and then you're going to tell me whether this person is an actor or a serial killer. And whoever gets the most right at the end wins.
Okay,
And Dom, you can
sounds
keep
good.
score, or like last time, you can keep score for 5 minutes and then forget. I don't really care either way.
We'll
It's
see
all
what
about having
happens.
fun.
We'll see what happens.
Nice. I
It's
do
like
want
who's
to
on
bring
it
up
anyway. Rules are made up, but the points don't matter.
The points don't matter until they
Okay.
do.
Until they do.
Till they
won't
do.
Forget. And today's episode is brought to you by Beat It. You see what they did there? Because it's
Yep,
it was
beet,
it's
carrot,
not
apple,
it's a
ginger.
it's a different thing, but I thought it was
Turmeric.
beat off, but it's not.
Is that like a cleanse drink? It gets all your organs cleansed out?
No, it's a
pretty
cardiovascular
healthy.
support. Helps lower blood pressure. That's what it says. Beet juice is known to do that, and I need.
Oh,
that,
yeah. Also,
so,
it makes you really scared when you go to the bathroom after, too.
Yeah.
Oh, for
And
sure.
shit.
Yep, and pee.
Yeah, if you
So
ever
pee and
forget,
poop.
we talked about this on the podcast before. If you forgot you ate beets that day, you better fucking
find
be
out.
in for a
Yeah,
world of hurt
little-
when you go to the bathroom.
A
What the
little
hell's going on?
scary every time, but if you drink enough of it, which I do, your
You get used
It's
to
just
it.
red all the time.
You just always
pee-
shit blood.
but your pee also turns red. It has
Oh,
the
really? I never
it-
had my pee turn red. That's
Yeah,
extra
it
scary.
has the technology to come out of your pee.
The
That's the
technology.
technology.
Yeah, it's
Was there an
fucking wild.
update? Did you get an update that we didn't get yet?
Beet
I don't know.
uptake.
I didn't-
Beet
I thought
spike
that-
your-
I thought that it wouldn't affect that because like having your urine change because of things is like pretty.
It's
impressive.
concerning.
Yeah.
It's very cool though. I mean, you're no stranger to that with the B12. It comes out like Mountain Dew
Oh
code
yes.
yellow.
Oh, you got a good point there. I didn't think of that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good one.
I remember my
I don't
dog
think, I
telling
don't think
me,
I've ever had a beet in any form in my entire life.
"Oh,
They're
dude,
best-
we're
they're
getting
beet juice
Easter. I'm
or
bringing beets to the
pickled-
party, dude. Let's fall.
Pickled beets are the best pickled anything. They're so good.
I stand by
So
pickled
good.
cucumbers are the best pickled, but I'll fight you.
True. I mean, here's the thing. I haven't really had anything.
Pickled
I've never
beets
had
aren't bad, though, I'll tell you
everything
that.
pickled is better. That's a fact.
I'm here for the argument,
Yep.
but that's not what we're here.
I feel like I might have eaten a pickled beet somewhere, but I can't remember why I would have.
You might not have known it was pickled because you might go, "Oh, that's just beets."
Sometimes they
No,
have like
isn't it
pickled
like- it's like
radish.
bright
They'll put
red
with
when
like
it's
your
pickled,
Mexican
right?
food and stuff. You might have had like a pickled radish or something.
Yeah.
Nah, because radish isn't solid all the way through color-wise.
Yeah, you're right. So it's a beet.
Good
By
point.
Dre.
Good.
I don't remember what
anyways.
it tastes like at all, other than pickled.
Hell yeah. So you guys ready to rock?
Sick.
You guys know the rules. I think that we should do the thing we did last time, which is you guys should alternate who picks first. That way someone's not just jumping
Yeah,
on somebody.
of course.
But we'll forget. But anyway, here we go. It's called actor or serial killer. I'm going to give a name. All you guys have to tell me is if that person is an actor or a convicted serial killer in the United States of America. They're all U.S.
Right
based.
now, I'm going to have a hard time remembering to say serial killer and not the other thing that we did last time.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll help you remember. But yeah, they're all these killers are convicted serial killers in the United States. So I'm not going to throw you off and do one that happened in like Turkey or something like that. I'm going to try to make it
Like Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, I'm not going to put Jack the Ripper on there. Also, not convicted, so it won't be on the list. They have to be convicted. It can't
Also,
just be like.
There we go.
Like,
Not
for example,
Turkey,
the Zodiac Killer, not on the list because not convicted.
Did you just confuse Turkey and London?
I was
No,
going to
he-
make a
he
joke,
was just saying
but
the
no one
example
gave me
of
time.
another.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do
I was
you
gonna
know any
say-
Turkish serial killers, Dom, or should he have said one of those instead?
That's why I was gonna say
don't really know
Jack
what's
the
going
Ripper.
on. I'm just waiting for us to start.
All right.
I was just gonna.
all right.
I was gonna. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I was gonna try to play that to you guys, like, and say Jack the Ripper's from like Norway or something.
Yeah, no, that would be cute. Maybe for next time.
Yeah.
Anyway, here
Try in
we
a couple
go,
hours.
boys. We're gonna start with this one, and again, you can ask all the questions afterwards, but you just have to say if it's an actor or a serial killer. First name: Stephen Wayne Anderson. Is he an actor or a convicted serial killer?
We didn't decide who was going first.
Dom, you go first because you keep.
I'm going to
picturing.
say an actor.
Dom says actor. Dylan, what do you say?
I feel like you're trying to confuse us with the Wayne thing because of Wayne Gacy. So I'm gonna say
Who's that?
what happened.
William H. Macy?
Yes. No, I'm gonna say. You know what? Let's just start off strong. I'm gonna say serial killer.
Steven. Dylan says serial killer. Dom says actor. Stephen Wayne Anderson murdered 9 people in Utah, Nevada, and California. He is a convicted serial killer.
Nice. Anything
Starting
good?
with the killers. This one, we'll see. I gave you a couple of softballs in here, like when I gave you guys Osama bin Laden last time. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Just like last time, a lot of the softballs on the serial killer side are going to go right over my head.
How about this? Daniel Day-Lewis. Is he an actor or a convicted serial killer?
Dylan, you're going first this time.
Oh, definitely an actor.
Dylan says actor. Dom?
Definitely an actor. I voted for him to be on my survival top 5 survival
he's
team.
been on the phone before. He is an actor. He's known for
Not to
movies
mention how much
such
we
as-
talk about Air Will Be Bud.
Yes.
Exactly. He's known for movies such as Last of the Mohicans, There Will Be Blood, and Gangs of New York. I will list some of their credits so you know I'm not bullshitting you. And they're all movies that you have seen or at least have heard of. So I didn't try to trick you. I did try to trick you a little bit, though. Because here's the next one. Caesar Barone. Caesar Barone. Is he an actor or a serial killer?
I'm sticking with actor. I know it's 3 in a row, but I stand
Actor.
by it.
Of course, I mix them up so you can't just guess what order it is.
I know.
I'm gonna say serial killer.
Dylan says serial killer. Dom says actor. Caesar Barone killed 4 women in the Portland area and sexually assaulted many more.
Wow. Whoa, wait!
Dom
I
is
thought this was
behind
just about serial killers, not about sexual assaulters.
Well, they're only on the
Should
list
we
if they're
even-
serial killers, but I won't mention their extracurricular activities.
Yeah, turns out he's not a killer, just sexually assaulted people. So
If
we're
that's the
all
case- if that's the case, it will be on the list. It's a very
Murdered
formative
6
list.
and has
They have to have
$5,000
killed
on
not an
multiple
actor,
people.
not a killer, just a sexual assaulter.
Yep, they have to have killed multiple people to make it the list. And
Serial
you can-
sexual assaulter. That's all.
That's not the. It's not actor or sexual assaulter because it would be the same list.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's a real good point. Yep.
It would be the same list. Next one.
There is no difference. Besides,
The Venn diagram is a circle.
if that is true, now serial sexual assaulters are also now astronauts
Yeah, well, some of them
and
have been to
women
space.
and women and
Some of
women
them
at the
have
same
been
time.
to space, and I'll leave it at that. Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton. Is this an actor or a serial killer?
I'm here to win. I don't even need to tell you.
Who wants
You
to go?
kind of have to.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's an actor.
Actor Dylan says, Dom, what do you say?
He's an actor and a musician. Thank you very much.
Well done. Billy Bob Thornton, known for such films as Sling Blade, A Simple Plan, and of course, Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
One of his greatest roles.
Herman Merman? You'd be fucking kidding me.
Is that his name?
No, in Bad
That's,
Santa when he
Bad
gets the
Santa's
report,
names.
he gets the report card from
Oh,
the
the
fat
report
kid.
card. Yeah, I was
He's like, your name's Herman Merman? Jesus Christ, kid.
Jesus Christ. That actually is the best movie I've seen him in.
So good. He's her Jesus Christ, kid.
All right, next one. William Fichtner. William Fichtner. Is he an actor?
I'm switching over to. I just got to do serial killer at least once to break the seal.
Okay, Dom says serial killer.
Cool. Not playing that game. Serial killer, obviously.
Dylan also says serial killer. He is an actor.
No
You'll know him
way.
from The
What?
Dark Knight, Black Hawk Down, and Armageddon. If you don't know who he is, here's a good chance for you. You know who you're robbing here? You and your friends are dead. It's that guy.
All right.
the
I need
big
one for
nose.
Black
What's his
Hawk
name?
Down because I'm
Say
not
that
going to
name
get that
again.
one.
Yeah,
What did he
he's
say in
about-
Black
he's
Hawk
the,
Down?
He's the leader of Delta Force in Black Hawk Down. His name's William Fichtner.
William Fichtner.
That guy?
Shit,
Yeah.
I did know that.
Let me see.
Give him a
this.
Goog.
Yeah.
William?
I'll put up the pictures.
What was the
for-
third movie you
For
said?
some of them, not all of them. Let's not go crazy.
That's
Armageddon.
I
don't remember him being
okay,
in
yeah.
Armageddon.
No, you forgot one too. Pearl Harbor.
I didn't forget. I only picked
Never
3
seen
for
it.
each one. He's in a lot of
Okay.
movies. He's
All
in
right,
like
if you just
50
said
movies.
he's in Pearl Harbor and Black
He's
Hawk
in
Down,
The
I'd be like,
Longest
oh
Yard,
yes, of
the remake
course.
with Adam Sandler.
Yes,
Black Hawk
exactly.
Down, of course. But the
Oh,
only line I
yeah.
can remember is when he has the gas grenade in his mouth and the Joker walks away from him in The Dark Knight.
Apparently he's in.
There
Heat,
we go.
too.
Which, by the way, that's been mentioned on the podcast before. Also, I think a lot of the actors are going to have been mentioned on the podcast.
Yeah, but we didn't know his name. I never knew his name until today when I put the list together. But I just know who he is. He's in so much stuff.
Underrated fucking guy. He's in
Absolutely, he's a
every.
great actor.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
Everything.
Yeah.
He deserves name
Everything.
recognition. We're here to give it to him today.
Yep. No.
Next one we have on the list, Jack Owen Spillman. Is he an actor or a serial killer?
I'm gonna say serial killer.
I'm also going with serial killer here.
He was known as the Werewolf Butcher and murdered 3 people. And that's kind of confusing because it sounds like he murdered werewolves, which should be a
Right.
crime.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he killed them in human form.
True. Then that would be definitely different.
If they turn into a wolf, you're allowed to kill.
Any backstory, or they just gave him that,
Uh,
or he
not-
self-declared that? Even
A lot of
funnier.
them won't have
Oh,
backstory
that'd be
because
really good.
If
this
he
list is
self-declared,
really long.
you can't
and
make your own nickname, but
Yeah. Feel free to do your own research, but not all of them are gonna have big backstories. I kind of just made it. It's a very long list.
yeah.
Okay?
But come on, to get the werewolf butcher,
I know I really should have looked more into it, but that's not on the
Harry,
list. That's my
is he
fault.
just fucking Harry, or he killed him like a werewolf would?
I think it's because he killed them like a werewolf. I think that was the that would be my guess, but we don't.
Maybe
really
only
know.
on full moon, something like that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Or he bit their throats open every time he killed them. It's hard to
Yeah,
say.
something like
He
that.
only killed 3 though, which is pretty low as far as serial killer numbers go. It's
well, I
about as low
think
as you can
that's
get.
the entry fee, right?
I believe that is the baseline. You got to go 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You
Joe,
know, once
a
is a
very,
mistake,
very
twice is a trend, and 3 you're a
Yeah,
serial killer.
because the werewolf butcher killed 2 people, and he's like, I'm self-declared the werewolf butcher serial killer. I'm like, no,
no, you gotta get one more.
Nope, one more.
At least one more. Hopefully, you
At
get
least one more minimum, or else we're
Minimum.
not going to take you seriously at all.
at least 18 pieces of flair. That's the minimum.
Yes. Yep.
when he got stopped by police and
you, Dom.
found he had a 12-inch long knife covered in blood still in his truck.
Bold, very bold.
Yep, that's tough.
I'm
That
so
is
glad
tough.
you said knife.
That was going in a
because
different direction.
He is
No
also
wonder
on,
he's a werewolf.
on the sexual list as well. He didn't just kill.
He's also on the sex list.
Yeah,
sex,
there's a lot of
sexual
ones where
assaults.
it's usually
Serial
a-
sexual assault. list.
and no,
Because
there
with the
is
serial killer
no
stuff, it becomes a
information.
habit, and usually it has to do with your ball sack, making you do stuff that
Yeah.
you don't want to do and stuff like that.
There's no info on how he got his nickname.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like that's a big problem for us.
I will
here.
say this though: his name isn't Jack.
What's his real name?
His name's Roy Wilson.
Wow. So why is he known as Jack Owen Spillman, I wonder?
Self-declared.
No idea.
Self-declared werewolf, self-declared Spillman.
Yeah, self-declared everything. Wow.
He has that right as an American.
Still
Why don't
alive?
we do
In
2
jail?
more, and then we'll tally up where we're at on the on our rankings here.
All right. Is he in jail still, or is he dead?
Yes.
Every one of these, as far as I saw on the list, everyone is still in prison or dead. None of them were released.
Yeah, no shit. Well, okay, no, sorry, not to make fun
Because,
of you, but
again,
I
they're
thought,
serial killers. They don't just commit, second-degree murder or whatever.
well, I was just hoping he was the guy who was the first person that we brought back the firing squad for.
Oh, I can't wait till the firing squad gets back. I don't understand why
No,
we're
it's
not
back
doing
and
it.
better than ever.
Good.
It
But
is.
Lethal injection should go out the window. It's expensive. It doesn't work. Firing squad, please, for everybody.
Yeah, no,
Not for
someone like
everybody.
couple weeks ago in one of the states that you can think of that would have brought it back did, and
Yeah.
they had their first first roll of the dice for the guy
There you
who's gonna
go.
get it.
Light them up. What
Yep.
if did they use AR-15s to do firing squads now? They're not using M1 Garands.
It is America.
They use muskets.
No, I think honestly what they
A
probably use,
blunderbuss full of nails.
No, I think what they probably use, they do the same thing that they do at like a military funeral where they have the really nice like bolt action.
Yeah, because it has to be bolt action because you have to each get a bullet. One of them's a blank,
just
so that
one
you have
shot.
plausible deniability that you didn't actually shoot the guy.
Yeah, and they don't want
It would be funny though if they
some prison
there was
guard's best day
five
ever.
guys with ARs with full magazines.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say
Someone's like 4 of the magazines are all blanks. One
Yeah.
of them's all full bullets.
Just
You can
unload
tell
'em.
exactly where it's
he's
coming
still
from.
shooting. Exactly.
Hey, it could,
And-
maybe I didn't shoot him at all. Did
Well,
you?
and like I said, this is a morale booster for the prison guards
Well, when you
because
saw
they
his
won.
nose peel back after the third round, you didn't think that was a blank?
Because prison guards are notoriously not cops because that's
Yeah,
why they're
'cause
prison
they couldn't
guards.
make it.
Because
Exactly.
something went
All
wrong
they
at the
want to do
academy.
is abuse people.
Yeah, all they want to do
And they
was
get to.
I want to be a cop because I want to shoot people. End of story. That's it. It's another prison guard, and they're like, guys,
Yeah, they never get to shoot people, but now they do.
firing squad's back. We're prison guards. We're pumped. Yeah, so
Give the
yeah,
people what they want.
everyone's got AR-15s, and they're like, just one shot, guys. Put it on single shot mode and do this thing. It's just
Turn off first
full
fire.
on.
State sanctioned murder. You have to do the rules.
Yeah,
the
put it on
rules.
single shot, and he goes, "Little does Warden know, I was a paintball champion."
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Double tapping them
You
with
get
the
the double
fucking
tap.
thing,
Yeah,
the,
exactly.
the response trigger, whatever they called that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a little soapbox moment, but I am all for firing squad as execution method because yeah, it looks brutal. Sure, it does. It reminds you of World War II and stuff. Obviously, scary war, whatever. But it is the only execution method that is over 95% effective, and it's fast. It's relatively painless. It just looks scary. All the other methods, like electric chair, is like 65% effective. Lethal injection is like 78% to 80% effective. So it's like, what are we doing here? It's not less brutal. Just shoot the guy. It's over. It saves us money. It saves us time. And everybody's happy. And also the victims, they want to see the guy get shot. They don't want to see him go to the doctors. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? I think it's
It's a whole
ridiculous.
big process. They gotta sit down. They like check
Firing
their
squad,
blood
it's
pressure
only an
and
optics
shit. It's
thing.
like, no,
That's,
just go stand up by that brick wall and put the
Bang,
fucking
bang,
bag
it's
on
over.
your
Yeah,
head.
that's how you do
and,
it.
and you know, back to the prison guard thing, you know we're getting headshots.
Oh, they've been dying.
yeah.
They've been
Oh
practicing
yeah,
all
they've
week
been
for this
dying
shit.
to do this. They're not gonna be like, I'll do one. With
Everyone's
chest. It's like,
happy.
no,
Literally
no.
everybody's happy. I don't see what the
Everyone-
problem is.
Everyone's they get to go home to their wives.
I mean,
or
some people who
boyfriends
don't
and-
know it, they think it looks scary or whatever. It looks brutal. Sure, it does, but like you have to look at the facts of the case, folks. The
Facts the case, and you
This is
don't.
the justice
if you're,
system.
if you're
Facts
if
matter.
you're the guy getting shot, you don't hear or feel anything.
No. It's you get scared,
way-
really, really scared. But so
Yeah,
you get scared
won't
every time
even
you're
know.
gonna get murdered.
Bullet hits
It's a
you
big
way
deal.
before you even hear anything.
Yeah, and then you're done. Lights out. Guerrilla
Yeah.
radio.
Bullet hits you, you hit the floor. Two
that
sounds.
shit up.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Your bullet hits you, hit the floor like the bear Jew from Inglourious Basterds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Two hits. Bullet hits you, you hit the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. That's pretty good. So we'll
Speaking
do
of that,
two
where's the
more.
line stop, Joe? Or is it now gonna the firing squad's not gonna be enough, and we're gonna have to go back to bat on the?
No, I don't see again. That's
Oh, okay, all right.
The firing squad is the most efficient and effective way to do it.
You know,
with the least amount of brutality.
I hate to. Okay,
Or suffering.
brutality. All right, I was gonna say
Or
because the
suffering.
most efficient way, Kim Jong Un definitely is that with the anti-aircraft gun hitting a person.
Yep.
Yeah,
uncle,
that-
I mean,
his
you know,
uncle
most
or brother.
effective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uncle or
you
brother.
still want to be
that-
able to bury them, I think. and
That's
not just, like,
100%
collect bits.
effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you turn into mist, that's a good way.
Yeah, I guess if you want to have any integrity at all, yeah.
Yeah, but you get your
Yeah.
your
You can always make them
as
like
you die. It's
like
perfect.
sit
Yeah.
on a grenade if you want. Like, there's other ways to do it that will work. But it's just it's the
Put a
best way.
grenade in their head, handcuff them, and just put a grenade in their hand with the pinpole, and it's like it's up to you. As
You
soon
and
as
your
let go
friends
of
are
the lever-
dead. You're a William Fichtner situation.
Well, it's bad. The most fucked up thing
doing
ever.
on for dear life.
The movie Letters from Iwo Jima, they would pull the pin and grenade and put it up to their chest
Wild.
Yeah,
in the caves because they're like,
that shit was crazy.
we're all gonna die here, so the Americans are coming. Pull the
Yeah.
pin and put it there.
Yeah, because
Not
also they
good.
don't all have swords to do the fucking seppuku or whatever it's called. It's like the officers have those.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is cheating, though. I mean, come on. You have to cut your guts open with a tiny sword. That's the rules.
I don't know. I'd much rather just hold a grenade next to my head.
Yeah, much rather. Yes, I'd rather do that, but I'm not a samurai, am I? I don't have to follow the Bushido code.
I don't want to choose.
I don't want. Imagine that at the samurai, because they had the two swords. One of them was for fighting, one of them was for killing themselves, and they had to keep all of them on the time on them. Yeah. And then the modern samurai, one katana, one hand grenade. That's for my gun. I'm not using fighting. It's just I have to commit seppuku. It's a new way we do it.
It's one of the German stick grenades. You just bite the pole, pull a pin, bite the pole, and hold it in your mouth. Like
hold it as long as
that's a great idea, actually. Yeah.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote situation. It just blows up in your face.
Actually, so you do that. So that's what you do. You put the grenade in your mouth. You start doing the epic samurai charge, and while you're running, you pull the pins. When you get to them, you both blow up.
Wow, that's
a twist
coward's
off,
way to fight.
You got it wrong.
There we go.
Doesn't sound very Bushido to me, but what do I know? All right, let's do two
steel
more.
hand
It sounds like
twist.
you'd see it in a Michael Bay movie. So
you would, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's do two more, then tally it up. Next one. Is this person an actor or a serial killer? Dennis Rader. Dennis Rader.
My turn?
Whoever.
I have no idea. I already forget.
If you want to volunteer, go ahead.
I'll do actor.
Actor, Dom. Dylan, you say serial killer?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Dennis Rader is also known as the BTK killer. He killed 10 people in Wichita, Kansas. And he used to send taunting letters to police. The reason why he's called BTK, that stands for Bind, Torture, Kill. That is what his moniker is. And if you're interested at
assault, sexual?
No.
So just BTK,
all
straight
violent.
up. A pure BTK.
Bind, torture,
no BTK essay in there.
No. Yeah, those are the three things. Yeah, he would break into family suburban homes and he would scare the fuck out of them. He'd tie them to chairs and he'd torture them. And then after they cried for mercy, he'd kill them. There's actually a really awesome book written by his daughter because they had no idea. He had a full family. He was like a volunteer in the community. He like coached his kids' football team, the whole thing. Meanwhile, he was sneaking out and binding, torturing, and killing. He was convicted of 10. It may have been more. We don't know. But a very terrifying, awful person this guy is. He had a lot going on. Yeah, just
much
a family
like The
man in
Strangers,
Wichita,
the movie.
Kansas.
So Dylan, I have a little bit of an answer to your question. Not on the same level as some of the other guys, but Rader acted out sexual fetishes for voyeurism, autoerotic fixation, and cross-dressing.
Oh, I forgot he did used to choke himself. Yeah, he
one step at a time. So
it's always sexual.
Voyeurism. What is that? Traveling different countries for enjoyment?
No,
voyeurism
that's like
is
watching your
looking at
neighbors
people
through
who
a
are
window.
naked or having sex.
Okay, so he's fucking beaten off with binoculars.
Yeah, I think he used to like watch his aunt get dressed and stuff like that.
All right, cool. So
And he would cross-dress in the clothing he would steal from his victims because he mostly killed women.
All right, a little bit of essay possibilities in that. And then he would.
What a doozy.
Yeah, maybe we should put a little.
I don't know. It sounded like this guy was acting out. I think I should get a point too.
Yeah, and then he would go in his closet and hang himself from a belt and jerk off.
No, he would tie it to the doorknob and then he'd close the door so they would like choke him. He would do it on a doorknobs. Isn't that weird?
I don't know.
He didn't have the height.
Trying to remove a tooth.
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
No, I am being serious. He would tie
right.
a rope to a doorknob and he'd like close the bathroom door so it would like get him pretty good.
Pretty sure.
Also, it's embarrassing because don't forget he's a family man, so he can't come home and his wife can't see his noose hanging from the ceiling that he uses on the weekends.
Yeah, it's a good point. He just dads in the bathroom again, slamming the door. He just slammed the door. No, but here's the thing. All right, bathroom door, bedroom door. Who's gonna door that fucking heavy to make that even work?
I don't know. I mean, I think what it was is that he left himself not enough room, so when the door closed and latched, that would be the pulling point. I don't know. I'm not.
You had to time
I
that.
can't even act like I know.
You had to time that real well, honestly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You got to be able to reach the door too, so you can unlatch it before you lose consciousness.
For right when the moment is.
That would be so awesome.
Perfect.
If before he did all the killings,
it doesn't hold it tight because he can just.
Yeah, he just likes a quick little fucking rip.
It's just a quick little choke.
Yeah, but you got to time that perfectly for the big explosion.
Either way, I wish he would have fucked that up, and then a lot of people would have still been alive right now.
Well, it would have been. It's even funnier that he did that because if he didn't bust a load real quick, he would kick the door shut, fall over with his dick in his hand, and be like, "Oh shit!" I fucking and then come like.
He did kind of look like the Tourette's guy. If we can put that up side by side, Joe. Yeah, he looked a lot like the Tourette's guy. They have a lot.
Oh god, that's so funny. What
BTK,
a guy.
Yeah.
I
was curious about that one. I was like, Dom and Dylan might know this guy. He's very famous, but I don't
Dennis
know. Rader
kind
of sounds like an actor's name, though.
I know the red carpet list, not the other. I mean, he's on that, but
oh yeah, but he's on it as BTK. He's not on it as Dennis Rader.
Right. I didn't know he even had a fucking name.
He had a name. But yeah, well done. We'll do one more, then we'll tally it up. This next one, pardon me, is Jack Reeves. Jack Reeves.
Dom
says actor. Dylan?
Jack Reeves. Another Reeves has been on this podcast. The Boner. The Boner, John Reeves.
Oh, he was a Reeves?
Is it Jack Reeves?
Yeah, Jack Reeves is the person I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah, the Boner did not go by Jack.
No.
He's also not an actor or
he's not serial killer,
hopefully not a
as far as
serial
I know.
killer.
Oh, we don't know anything.
He does have a bigger bone collection than any serial killer I've ever met.
It's true. And he has human bones.
Or I've never met any, hopefully.
I'm going to go serial killer.
Serial killer. Well, I thought this one would be kind of tricky because Christopher Reeves, obviously another famous actor, and George Reeves, another famous actor, both played Superman. I learned this month they're not related. Christopher Reeves and George Reeves both played Superman, and they're not related. I thought they were the son of the guy. Christopher Reeves fell off a horse, and then now he's Stephen Hawking style, but he can still talk. Or he died, but he was.
I know who he is. I don't know who George Reeves is.
He was the Superman like the 1940s, the black and white.
I forget the guy's name that we're even talking about now.
Yeah. Anyways, Jack Reeves killed 3 of his wives, each of them after they planned to leave him. That's what you call a pattern. How did the cops not realize that? Every time things go wrong in the marriage, they wind up dead. But to be clear, he wasn't just killing wives. He also killed a man in Italy while he was stationed during World War II, and he admitted to that after. I don't know why he did that. I guess you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound, as we say.
War's hell, man.
It is. But he didn't kill a man in war. He was stationed there, and he committed murder. That's a little bit different.
We're at
he was on shore leave committing
murder. We're at war. I don't care what you have to do. Just get it done.
I guess, but it's still considered murder. So where are we at right now, Dom, as far as our tally goes?
Basically, what's going to happen is Dylan's going to win this no matter what.
You think so?
Because it's he has 7 and I have 3.
Okay, well he could slip away pretty fast.
Young, dude.
We're only that many in. All right, so how far are we in here as far as time goes? I can't see the time. The time no longer exists.
7:55.
26 minutes.
Which one is it? 26 minutes?
6 minutes.
Oh, it's only been 6 minutes?
26.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so we're about time for a break. I can tell. I can sense it.
It took us more than 10 minutes to get to the topic.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Standard protocol, by the way.
I was like, there's no way it's been 6 minutes. All right, so anyways, we'll do one more, and let's take our first commercial break here. What do you guys think?
Sounds great.
All right, one last one for the road. Christopher McDonald. Spelled like the restaurant. Christopher McDonald.
This one's on me. That's a serial killer.
Dylan says killer. Dom says...
He's sticking with serial killer. I'm sticking with actor. Why the heck not?
Dom says actor. He's an actor. He plays Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore.
I did know that.
I never knew his name. I've seen him in a million movies, but I never knew his name.
Also don't think he looks like a McDonald.
I know.
Of those. Yeah, wow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's been in a million movies, obviously. But
yeah, like Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Grease 2.
He actually also who's the guy from Black Hawk Down?
William Fichtner or Fichtner.
I thought he was William Fichtner, sort of, because I was like, oh, he looks like the guy at the opening scene in the movie Pearl Harbor when you dirty German. I'm not I fought the Germans.
Yeah.
Don't call me that, boy. Because he hits him. I thought that was him. Turns out that's William Fichtner, not this guy. Right. But they kind of look like.
They kind of have a similar look to them. I can, in a similar age. I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's the other big one. He's in Flubber.
Flubber, yes.
Yeah.
Another person in Flubber might come up on the list later. I only listed 3 movies. This one I only listed 1 because I was like, Shooter McGavin. Everyone knows who that is. I don't even have to tell you the other ones. But there we have it, folks. So here we are so far with actor, I almost said NFL terrorist, actor or serial killer on DJBP. We're still having it back, folks. We'll see you on the other side of the break. And go ahead and play along at home. We'd love to have a lot more participation. We'll see you there. Welcome back to the
Dylan and Joe
Basement Podcast.
Welcome to Dylan and Joe Basement Podcast.
I'm Joe.
And?
I remembered my own name this time.
Yep.
I'm Dominic.
Oh, nice to see all you guys again. We're halfway through our list of actor or serial killer. These guys are killing it on the list, and they're acting very gracious about it. So we'll see if we can't keep trucking along and see what people are doing here. Obviously, Dylan's out to a commanding lead, but if Dom goes by his strategy of always picking actor, he might win just by mathematical.
To be fair, I had picked serial killer twice. I was just wrong.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. You get a 50-50 shot every time if you just stick to the game. But I think you should try to pick accordingly.
Actually, I might have only picked it once.
Yeah. So we'll go on to our next one here. You guys should both know who this person is, and I'll leave it at that.
Don't say that.
Keith David. Keith David, is he an actor or a serial killer? Dun dun. Bum, 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 bum.
Dom, you're first.
I'm saying actor.
Bum, bum, bum. Dom says actor. Dylan, I couldn't hear what you said. You're really quiet.
I didn't say anything.
Dom go first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said
I
that.
didn't hear that.
Yep. No, we'll do actor.
They're both going actor. He is an actor. He is known for films such as They Live, The Thing. He's also the Colonel Anderson in Mass Effect and the President in the television series Rick and Morty. Let's keep it swifty. It's Keith David. And, of course, he's famous for his line in Requiem for a Dream that where he points to his crotch and he goes, "Come on, it's not going to suck itself."
He's the inventor of that? That's funny. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he invented it, but it's in the movie. He's a very scary character.
He's in Modern Warfare. He's one of the characters in Modern Warfare 1.
He is. Yeah, that's the guy. He's one of my favorite actors. He's a blast. I love hearing his voice. He's great. Shepard, get over here. We're going to get swifty. This cock isn't going to suck itself.
Rick and Morty just blew off America.
Yeah, that guy rules. It's a great scene in They Live where it's him and Rowdy Piper fighting in an alleyway. It's one of the longest fight scenes in any movie. It's like a 15-minute long fight scene. It's fantastic.
Sweet.
There we go. Next up on the list, he may be an actor, he may be a serial killer. It's hard to say. Not from my place, you know. His name, though, is Keith Hunter Jesperson. Another Keith. We're going back-to-back Keiths. Keith Hunter Jesperson.
I mean, there's no one on earth but a serial killer with that last name. There's no way that anyone normal is
or the middle name Hunter.
Hunter Jesperson. I mean, that's a serial killer, dude.
Dylan says serial killer. Dom, what do you think?
I'm going serial killer on this one too.
Well, this Keith killed 8 people and is known as the Happy Face Killer.
Wow, self-appointed.
Yep. No, he's known for... He wasn't self-appointed this time. He's known for that because he confessed to his crimes with a sticky note with a smiley face in a truck stop bathroom. That's why they called him the Happy Face Killer. They should have called him the Smiley Face Killer, but this was in the time where people didn't know about emojis, so they called him a Happy Face Killer instead.
Well, and that's the serial killer that the FBI and the Boston State Police and local police keep saying doesn't exist, that keeps killing men in their 20s in Boston currently.
Yep.
That's the Smiley Face Killer.
It's been going on for a while.
It's been going on for a long time.
Oh, here we go. Happy Face Killer. Many of his victims were sex workers.
Oh, I see. Well, that does not imply
sexual assault. That is true for, I would say, 95% of the list, by the way. It's a great way to get away with crimes. Kill someone who no one cares about. Whether it's a gay man in the 70s or prostitutes now. Yeah, no, it's disgusting. I don't agree with it, but literally, most serial killers got away with it because they killed 15 prostitutes and no one tried to prosecute. Like, who cares? If it was someone's, wife or sister or whatever, they would care. But it's some poor girl who's prostituting themselves, and they go, "Oh, you're dead." No one cares. No one's looking
at this guy's fucking. I mean, I know it's a common thing that they would kill animals when they were younger, but his preferred method was strangulation. The same method he used to kill animals as a child.
Oh, he got used to it. Yeah, no.
Oh God, I hate that thought. God, I don't have anything funny to say about that.
No, let's keep it to the people killing, please, Dom.
This I feel like is the ego
podcast.
I think this is the ego that goes with a lot of the mental cases that are fucking serial killers.
Yeah.
8 confirmed victim confesses to as many as 160.
Yeah, that's a bit high, I think. I didn't put in all
it's
the
him being like, I'm the best one around ever.
Some of them I did, but yeah, I think at some point they think they're caught and they want to be famous and they start lying more. They all lie. This is the other thing. Almost all these guys, they're also like habitual liars. They can't tell the truth because their whole life is a lie, so they can't start telling the truth now.
And if they're in it for the love of the game, which they are, they're gonna be like 8. No, trust me, I'm way better than
it's
that.
Way more. It's way more. So, in my head, in my dreams, every night I kill somebody. So that's like 7,000.
Sociopath, narcissistic, fucking.
You know how you found all 8 bodies in the same spot? Well, that's not all of them. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sometimes they are telling the truth about that, but a lot of times the guys who kill 50, they tell you 1, and the guys who kill 3 tell you 70 because they're already doing life anyway. They might as well be famous and get more fan letters that way. Whatever. These guys are fucking sick pieces of shit.
So I think about owing taxes. I'm like, just fucking tack on another grand. What do I get?
Oh, why not? We're in for
high.
We're in it already.
We already owe you 10 grand. Just make it 11. Fuck you. You know.
Fuck me. This next one, we'll see what it is. Michael Terry. Michael Terry. The man with 2 first names.
Dominic?
Michael Terry. Dead air.
Or
I'll do serial killer this time. I'm a new man.
Says Michael Terry's a serial killer.
I'll do actor.
Dylan says actor. Michael Terry killed 6 men in Atlanta, Georgia. That's a serial killer. Clock him in.
Wow.
That does sound like an actor. Clock him in. Michael Terry, just the 2 first names.
It does. I wasn't very confident on that one.
You were right about that. Mikey Terry.
Michael Terry.
Yeah. Atlanta has a lot of serial killers, by the way. It's like one of the top cities for serial killings.
I'll be there in like a couple weeks.
Why is that? Because it's just a fucking shithole?
It's just a stupid fucking place.
I think it does have something to do with like the prostitution thing, where it's like if you kill people that the government and the populace at whole does not care about individually, then they are less likely to find the person. And Atlanta has the highest percentage of African American population of any city in the United States, besides Washington, D.C. So do with that what you will. I imagine that's something to do with it. That they go, oh, what, another person died, who cares? And they go, well, I care because it's my kid. So let's fucking get on it. If that happened in fucking Newton, Massachusetts, they would have caught him way faster than let him kill 6 people. I'll tell you that right now.
I got to say, I feel bad for laughing at this.
That should be the name of the podcast.
We've mentioned enough already that it's starting to get funny. Yeah, he killed 6 gay men after sexual encounters. He claimed all 6 of them were self-defense.
Yeah, they kept trying to have sex with him after he sucked them off. Another disproportionate group of people who they don't care about. Gay men in Atlanta, they're not trying to help them. They just let them die. It's disgusting, but that's the way it went, back in the day. Now I'm sure they'd be right on the case as soon as they could. Yeah. A lot of these guys are killing prostitutes or gay men, which is the number one person who can't go to the police if they have something wrong. Isn't that fun? Interesting. It's basically picking victims that can't save themselves. Speaking of which, this actor might have done the same thing, or serial killer. His name is Edmund Kemper. Edmund Kemper.
That's a serial killer name.
Okay.
Edmund and Kemper, both of them, definitely not someone who would be an actor.
I'm going not good
actor.
Vibes. Dom says actor. Edmund Kemper is a serial killer. He killed 10 women. That includes his mother. Would you like to hear about his method of madness? Because I know this guy from the TV show Mindhunter, the story of the guy who first created the serial killer profiling system. Because before then, there was no national database for people who were serial killers. There was just murders and not murders, and that was it. So this guy, the prison guards loved him. Police loved him. They thought he was a really nice, cool guy, and he was very smart. But he really, really hated his mom a lot. She was really abusive and crazy. And he turned that on other women in his life. He used to kidnap college-age girls because he lived near a college campus, and he would shoot them and kill them and all this stuff. But shooting people, that's one thing. Also, he was like 6'10" and like 350 pounds. He's a big boy. He's gigantic. And what he did to his mother, viewer discretion advised, he actually was so mad at her when he murdered her, he cut her head off, decapitated her, and he had sex with the whole.
Wow.
And he said, "Who's laughing now?" This is what he told the police.
Jesus.
So this guy's a real sick puppy. And again, every prison guard and police officer said he's such a nice guy. I don't understand why he's a psycho. Like, he was just nice. Everybody's like, "Hello, how you doing?" But he's actually a complete psychopath when it comes to women. And I attribute it to obviously his own faults, but also his mother. I mean, how crazy are you that your son wants to do that? And she used to beat him and everything else, but that's no excuse. But it's just like, wow, this guy is just psycho. Wow. But yeah, there's a great scene in the show Mindhunter. I don't think it actually happened in real life, but in the show it happens to the guy who is the guy who's trying to put together the whole serial killer database. He basically is the one who's attributed to coming up with the idea of a serial killer, a habitual murderer, and this and this. And that's, America goes by his like database now. They've obviously changed it since then. But he's in the room with the guy, and the guard leaves the room. He's like, "I'll be right back. I gotta go." And it's just the two guys in the room, and he goes like, "What would you do if I just jumped up and grabbed you right now? Could you do anything?" And the guy's like, I wouldn't. You wouldn't do that. He's like, "No, sure I wouldn't. But like, could you stop me?" He's like, I bet I could get over there and I could grab your head and I could pull it off your shoulders before you'd even be able to scream. You wouldn't be able to scream. My hands would be wrapped around your neck. And the guy's like, "All right, buddy." He's like, "No, I'm just saying." Like, just freaking him out. Like, and he keeps hitting the panic button. It's not working. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not scared of you." He's like, "Oh, yeah, you shouldn't be scared." But but if you were, even if the guards came in now, by the time they came in, you would already be in my hands, and you would never escape. The last thing you'd ever see was my face when I grab your neck so hard. It's just the scariest thing I've ever heard. He's just in the cement room with this guy, and there's no guards, and he's like, "Oh, they'll come in after you're already gone by then." It's just such a terrifying scene. The guy's a real psycho. Edmund Kemper, not an actor, but the actor who
I gotta admit, I was fully just living on a prayer that was going to be like the father of Ellie Kemper.
Oh yeah, that was another Kemper.
Good one. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Okay.
Next on the list we have Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott.
Actor.
Dom says actor. Dylan.
Actor, but sexual assault.
No, I don't know about that. Dom probably gave the game away because I think he knows who. Dom, do you know who this person is?
Oh yeah, he's in Ghost Rider. I'm kidding.
I put that as one of them. He's in Roadhouse, The Big Lebowski, and Ghost Rider. He's the cowboy guy, the classic cowboy. "Hey, dude, I'm gonna tell you something." The dude, the guy with the big mustache, like the classic.
Oh yeah, I love him.
That's Sam Elliott. Yeah. Good job, guys. You both got that one right.
Okay, yep.
"Hey there, I'll tell you the dude abide there, dude. I'm Sam Elliott." Which I always thought he was from the South. He's from Sacramento, California.
Yeah, California.
That accent cowboy. Can do that. Yeah.
Fake cowboy, but really good at acting as a cowboy.
He's also in the which one? The Edward Norton Hulk. He's the general.
Yeah. He's in a ton of stuff. I mean, I couldn't list them all, but he always plays the same guy, cowboy.
Cowpoke.
Next one on the list.
For him.
Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski. Is this an actor or a serial killer?
Is it on me?
Yeah.
He's a serial killer.
Yeah, I was also going to say serial killer.
I forget which
Dom,
one.
do you know who he is? I think Dylan
knows.
He's the Unabomber.
Yeah. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
But what did he? I don't even know what he did. I don't know what the fucking Unabomber did.
He's not a classic serial killer because
he
he didn't like strangle people to death, but he built bombs in his cabin in the woods and he would mail them to people. And
he went to Harvard, right? Is this that guy?
Yeah, Unabomber is not like Uno bomber. It's a portmanteau of university bomber.
UNI.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was a very strict environmental.
Know that.
He was a genius, by the way. He went to Harvard. He was a really smart guy, but he went crazy and thought the world needed to be cleansed of people that were ruining the environment. So he's like the first.
Not
like,
that smart by
Greenpeace
fucking mailing
guy.
him. Like, you can't mail it to everyone in the world who's.
Well,
sucks,
he only got caught because his brother snitched on him. They couldn't find him because he lived in the woods. He was off the grid. There was no way to trace him. And what happened was the police started to like narrow down like where the mail was coming from, and they put out in public his handwritten letter. And his brother actually called the police and said, "That looks like my brother's handwriting," and that's how they found him. His brother could tell it's the way that he wrote.
But he mailed bombs, and they actually blew up and killed people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not all of them worked, but enough of them did that he has multiple murders on his head. And that was him, the Unabomber.
Unibrow at all?
Yeah, did not shave at all. He lived in a cabin in the woods. It didn't even have running water. He lived in a wooden shack in the middle of the woods. All he did was build bombs and write letters and manifestos and stuff. The guy really lost his touch. But he's memorable, I guess. Ted Kaczynski is his name.
Similar, I just thought of this. Similar to the Unabomber, sort of, where the guy was a genius, just not the best way, the smartest way.
Sure.
Have you ever heard of the Nuclear Boy Scout?
No, but for the record,
is that what they called you when you were in Boy Scouts?
No, I was not nearly smart enough to be this dude.
Oh, I know this kid. Yeah. Wait, no, maybe not. No, maybe not.
It was David Hahn, and this was in 2007, I believe it was.
It's just Han.
It's just Han. He was going for, I guess there's a nuclear science merit badge, and he was so into it. He was like a radiation fanatic. Two things happened. First off, he got in trouble for larceny by stealing smoke detectors.
Interesting choice.
Americum.
Take the radium.
You can get the Americum, which is radioactive. The kid, he was 17 years old, built a nuclear reactor in his parents' garage.
This guy's a genius.
FBI got involved. He got some serious radiation poisoning.
Just because you know how to do it doesn't mean you know how to do it safely.
Yeah. And that's the main thing. He didn't obviously he got in trouble, but he wasn't sent to prison or anything like that.
Yeah, they told him to stop
doing that. Then he died of a
cancer,
alcohol, fethanol, Benadryl combo.
So the FBI killed him.
Oh, we know the Marilyn Monroe.
But this was
doesn't seem the type.
This was 12 years later. But maybe he was still on the list.
Yeah, he's on the list, and the FBI killed him. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a chance that he drug himself to death after all that, but normally the kind of guy who steals smoke detectors and builds a radioactive, what is it called? A fucking reactor in his parents' garage. Usually those aren't the kind of guys that are getting stoned and doing heroin and stuff. Usually those are go-getters. So
yeah, they are. They're a little more.
I can see him probably doing those drugs to dull his senses because he's done with the world and all stuff like that. But who knows? I definitely know that that's the kind of guy that FBI shows up and they go, "Okay, we don't need you doing this kind of thing," which is obviously very intelligent.
The heart attack guns in the shops. We're just gonna lace your whiskey.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Then we're gonna make you drink it.
Yeah. Or you just shoot him in the head and then you just pour a bunch of alcohol in his face. It's like, look what he did. What a sicko. I can't believe he shot himself in the back of the head twice while he was drinking. What an asshole.
With a shotgun.
That happened. Yeah. I did a pretty good job. Made it almost an hour in. There's an episode of American Dad.
Hey!
Where
we need a jingle for that.
Shannon Sharp gets killed by another alien hunter. We'll get into that
Sharp.
later. And Stan gets there, says they kill all the other people they saved the day. And they're about to leave, and Francine goes, "Wait, what do we do about the bodies?" He goes, "Don't worry, I got this covered." He just puts a knife in Shannon Sharp's hand and leaves. Cops come back and goes, "Well, it's pretty obvious. This guy shot himself and pulled out a knife."
Pretty obvious.
No case here.
The Dave Chappelle bit where they go in and the cops just sprinkle crack over all the dead people, and they go all right, open a shut case.
There's crack and semen.
I can't believe this guy broke into this man's house, put pictures up of him and his family all over the place. What a sicko.
Found crack, and there was semen on him, too.
There's semen everywhere.
There's always semen.
Yeah, it's one of the best
did you guys come home in middle school and high school and watch CSI Miami? Every fucking case, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we found the body," and there's
all semen.
There's
as soon as DNA evidence came out, it's never the hair, never the skin cells. It's always the jizz.
And we found semen.
Every one of your cells has DNA. It doesn't need to be jizz, but it's the most exciting one.
Yeah, we found semen. Yeah, always semen.
Next on the list, we have John Wayne Gacy. Is it an actor or a serial killer?
Dominic's first.
Serial killer.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna say serial killer.
Yeah, he's a serial killer. The Killer Clown, as he was called, killed 33 plus young men around Chicago, buried at least 26 of them under his house. So that's fun. Another pillar of the community, like BTK, he's such a nice guy. He'd always come to the parties. He was a clown. Again, I believe you that you thought that, but the idea that you're like, there's no signs. There was signs.
There's definitely signs.
He lived by himself and used to have young
fucking
men over every weekend,
looking.
and he would kill them. There's signs. I mean, the people.
Yeah,
it's after the fact. It's like when an asshole dies, and they're, oh, he was such a nice guy because he's dead. You didn't think he was a pillar of the community. You thought he was a weirdo guy. He was always around being a clown, a big fat scary clown that kept licking my son's forehead. Like, what are you doing here? I blame everyone involved. For not saying anything.
No,
the cops had to raid his house to find out it was him. Like they used to follow him around, and he would just drive around all night. The cops just follow him. They all knew it was him. They couldn't prove it. It's crazy. And people got away too. Classic thing too. They got away. They go, this guy tried to kill me. What were you doing in his house at night? Are you gay? Well, yeah. Oh, then that's your fault then. It's the 70s.
Shouldn't have been doing that.
You deserve to die. Yeah, no, it's crazy. The guy's a real piece of shit. One of the all-timers in America.
In fact, I wish he got you. Sent you to hell sooner.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the Mount Rushmore. I just love how his name is John Wayne, though. That's an actor's name. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, so you got to think of, all right, back to who his fucking parents were. Like, we like
John Wayne a lot. He's a real stand-up guy.
Yeah. We name our son that.
This guy was heavy for the 70s.
No, he was a big fucking dude.
I mean, I know he's from Chicago, so that's kind of like standard, but like
ugly,
he would fit in 2025, but in 1970 or whatever, he must have been one of the fattest guys anyone had ever seen.
It was Wisconsin, though, so I mean...
No, it's Chicago.
No, I thought... Oh, really?
Wisconsin is Dahmer.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, fucking...
And I'm not going to say Dahmer because that's too easy. You guys all know who he is. I also didn't put in.
Didn't people get away from him too when they didn't believe them?
They sure did, but they were like young gay black guys.
Oh, gay and black. Oh, you're never gonna get the police will never help.
And they'd be running. They'd be like, "This guy." They're like, "Yeah, okay."
And they just start open fire at the naked guy.
I'm surprised the cops didn't show up because they were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the neighbor kept saying, "My entire apartment smells like dead flesh." They go, "Shut up! You keep complaining, you old stupid Mexican lady. Shut up! We don't care. Get more money, so we can care more." Like? Yeah, it's so annoying. Obviously, all the cops are like, "How could we have known?" Like, I don't know, 100 reports.
I don't know. Do your job.
We couldn't have known.
Yeah, the guy with square glasses.
Yeah, just always annoying, weird.
Yeah, and even today, it's no one's pulling them off. Like, as plenty of dudes have seen who are like, yeah, no, it still doesn't work. It's creepy.
I mean, technically, if you're in Wisconsin, just do the murders when the walleye are biting, and the cops will want nothing to do with you. They'll just be out fishing all day.
That's a good point.
Dylan, can you make your microphone louder? I can barely hear you.
What?
Next
one, putting it in your mouth.
This is as far in my mouth it'll go.
No, you're good. Jake Bird. Jake Bird. Is he an actor or a serial killer?
Actor.
Dylan says actor. Dom.
Pretty damn sure Jake. Oh, I'm thinking Jake Lamb. Never mind.
Another animal with Jake.
Could be fish.
Jake Bird.
Fake walleye.
I'm gonna go serial killer.
Jake Bird was sentenced to death for the murders of 2 men and confessed to 44 other murders after convicted. So,
no shit.
I guess serial killer on the books, but only 2 murders? You gotta bump those numbers up. You can confess to 44, but again, you might be lying just to try to think. You already have a life sentence, so might as well just lie. I don't know about this Jake Bird guy. He seems sketchy to me, especially because he was convicted for murdering 2 men.
Yeah.
I'd say sketchy.
Wow.
Okay, I was accurate. Okay.
Speaking of birds,
Jake Bird is also a baseball player.
Joe, you know how I send you pictures of vehicles on the highway that are potential businesses that you own that you won't tell anyone about?
Oh, I love those.
Very funny. I always appreciate it.
I found another one that I think is very funny. It's not as funny as like Trans Express.
I mean, that one's great. There's some really good ones you sent.
I think it was Pride Express, I think is actually what it was.
Yeah, Trans Express is funnier. We'll stick with that one.
They're all pretty funny.
Transatlantic Express.
This one is, the first word is Siegel, Siegel.
Oh, S-I-E, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, that's how they get you. You know, but
that's how they get you.
It's Siegel Egg Co. It's eggs. It's 1-800-593-eggs since 1924, but it's Siegel eggs. Siegel eggs. It's like, did you guys not?
You must have
in
known.
1924 when Mr. Siegel invented Siegel Egg Co.
When he invented eggs.
Yeah, if your last name's Raven, maybe don't sell chicken eggs. Or just name else.
Seriously, but Siegel Egg, it's like, buddy, come on.
That's pretty funny.
Even back then, it wasn't like gay then meant different things.
Yeah, Siegel always meant the same thing.
That's always been something else, you know? Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know the history behind the name Siegel. I don't know what language that came from, German or something like that. But, like, for example, I want to bring this up because, like, specifically, very importantly, names like mine, Reed, which is red, or brown, or white, or black. Are
they all colors?
Green.
Well, the colors names were the Star of David of like England, back when people invented last names.
Yeah.
After things, and it's meant that these were Irish people in England.
Name them after
They're
colors.
like, we gotta give you a color to make sure everyone knows that you're fucking freak. And
your name can't be Winchester. It's going to be Brown. That way we know what we're dealing with.
We know that you're an Irish guy and you don't belong here.
We don't want to forget, which is so funny. So you have to give them names like they don't look Irish enough. Call them that too, just in case we think they're British. Because we're genetically, if you do the DNA sequencing, they're almost exactly the same. They're one little water apart, and they're like, you're completely different from me. You're a piece of shit. You're a non-human. Yeah, it's crazy how people.
So like Baker, you know, that was another one. They're like Bakers, but
Butcher,
Siegel,
Baker, candlestick maker.
Wait, was it? I wasn't really paying attention. Is it that the Siegel you think of, like Segal?
No, it's S-E.
No, it's not. It's not Seagull. No, it's.
I even made a point to be like, oh, it's spelled that way.
Yeah, it's definitely spelled. I don't spell Siegel when I.
But we all pronounce it. I mean, that's why it makes it even funnier. It's not called Seagull eggs. It's called Siegel eggs, which is basically just Seagull eggs.
Seagull eggs.
By the way, wait. Did you think I just spelt the bird?
Yeah.
No, I spelt Siegel like Jason Siegel is how I spelt it.
That is what
Steven
it is.
Siegel.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Jewish
Dylan, it's Steven Seagal. How dare you?
Sorry, my bad.
Put some respect on his name.
Oh, we think Siegel's a Jewish name.
No, well, according to Wiki, I mean, yes, I never look anything up during the podcast. I have everything in my head.
No, I don't know. I know these things.
How would you even know this was going to come up? It's not like a topic that you're supposed to research. We talked about it like 1 minute ago.
Oh, no, the last name's Siegel. I mean, come on.
It can be traced back to 11th century Bavaria.
Oh, so German.
Yeah, all right. It's
interesting.
All right.
Cool.
Anyways, next one.
German guy making eggs.
Richard
Chickens.
Chase. Richard Chase. Is this an actor or a serial killer?
Well, I gotta say, it'd be a good serial killer name to have the last name Chase. But I'm gonna say actor.
Dylan says actor. Dom.
Shit, I'm also going with actor.
He was known as the Vampire of Sacramento. He killed 6 men in Sacktown. He is a serial killer. And there's a lot more to him. If you guys don't look him up, he's a very interesting character. Real piece of shit.
I already forget what the name was.
Richard Chase, the Vampire of Sacramento.
Oh, of course.
Well, speaking of last names,
Sacktown Vamp, as the kids call him nowadays.
Did that last name get invented in the 1100s when he was just the guy chases people?
Yeah, that's why they call it Chase Bank.
Yeah, last name's Chase. He's fucking the guy's chasing everyone always.
Richard, terrifying vampire boy.
Yeah, now I see why he's called the vampire.
Yeah.
Can you enlighten us on the car?
Yeah, so he killed 6 people in Sacramento.
Heard
between very short span too, December of 77 to January of 78. He got about a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't put in the dates, but some of these guys, they got a lot of numbers in like a year. They got like 10 kills in a year. It's very fast.
Crazy. He wakes up in the morning and does that.
His main 3 things were obviously murder,
chaser,
cannibalism, and necrophilia.
There we
He
go.
would drink the blood from his victims and then eat their remains.
I think it's an apt name then, the Vampire of Sacramento.
Yeah, as they say.
I don't like this though.
Snout to tail.
Underneath the motives, it
Waste
says
not,
blood
want
drinking,
not.
sexual pleasure, necrophilia, and schizophrenia. That's not a motive. That's a condition.
His motive?
His motive is schizophrenia.
He likes
motivated.
He likes to bodies, and he likes not knowing what's real and not real.
He's so motivated by it.
He likes having an imaginary Count Chocula on his shoulder whenever he makes decisions.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was impotent. Oh, that adds a lot to it.
That actually is another common thing for serial killers, that they can't get their dicks hard.
Wait, impotent means? I thought that meant your sperm's ineffective.
No, that means you can't get a boner at all.
No, their sperm doesn't work. That's another word for that. No, impotent just means you
infertile.
Can't get hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Infertile.
I know some people who could probably get him hard. Come on, let's.
Yeah, well, that one
dude
sounds like someone's not trying hard enough. That's what I think.
So there's that Russian guy. What
that can get him hard.
Anton, whatever his name was. Maybe
you think Anton, whatever his name is, can get this guy hard?
Yeah, well, his thing was where he literally. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but he first of all, his trial, he was in a cage during the trial. They had him in a bird cage, and they
wheel him in on the dolly like in Sounds of Lake.
Yeah, but not even just like chained to the seat. They put him in a cage so he couldn't even leave the bird cage. But the guy, I think he had like 60 kills. He claimed.
Just shoot him at that point.
But he literally said, he literally said, I cannot get erect unless I kill somebody. So like I have no boners my whole life. If I kill somebody, I get hard.
And the judge was like, "Prove it in front of us right now."
Exactly.
Give this guy a knife.
They said,
sure, it didn't happen.
We've heard it before. This one guy ties a belt to the door. You
what
tried
the hell
that?
is his name?
Slams it shut. Will that do it for you?
Well, I just found some great information on the Sacramento vampire, whatever his name is. In his early adulthood, he developed hypochondria. He often complained that his heart would occasionally stop beating or that someone had stolen his pulmonary artery. He would hold oranges to his head, believing the vitamin C would be absorbed to his brain via diffusion.
Okay, so he was insane. Yeah, we got that.
And he occasionally thought that his cranial bones had become separated and were moving around in his head. And he once shaved his head so he could watch it happen.
And he probably saw it happen too, because what the hell else is going on?
Because he was banana brains.
He was
orange brains, apparently. His name was Andre Chikatilo, and he famously said, "I cannot get erect unless I see someone being murdered by me." That's a hard way to get off. If that's the case,
so like he tried watching murder porn, but it's like, no, I have to do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he had access to that. It was in like the 80s, so it's harder to find. But anyways. I thought that was so crazy. Like I thought that every sexually violent crime, the violence is part of it, but it's also the sex part. But for guys like that, the violence is the sex part. I don't understand that at all. Like there's not even like any part of like,
Jesus.
I mean, even like necrophilia, you're like, I can't understand how anyone would even be into that. It's so disgusting. But it's like, at least there's still sex involved. But the idea that he could only get erect by murdering people and not sex at all, it's like, what the fuck is going on there? Nothing good, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
nothing good.
But
I didn't put Andre Chikatilo on the list because he's a Russian serial killer and doesn't count. It's American only. America first, baby. It's 2025. That's what we're doing. This podcast is making a big swing. We want to stay. We don't want to be censored by the state media that's coming up next year.
Yeah, it's American.
Which brings me to my next person, Randy Woodfield. Because we're gonna get through this whole list, boys. We're gonna get through the whole list. Randy Woodfield.
Randy Woodfield.
Is that an actor or serial killer?
I am up. And I'm gonna go with actor.
Dom says actor. Dylan says,
it's not really hard for me to picture a guy with the name Randy Woodfield cutting his fucking mom's head off and putting his penis in it.
That was Kemper, but yeah, I can see.
No, I know. I'm just saying I can put that name in those shoes pretty easily.
Sure.
But I think he's an actor.
He's a serial killer. He's known as the I-5 killer.
I-5. So
serial rapist, robber, and kidnapper with 44 suspected kills. 18
I-5
kills.
or I-5, like an eyeball?
No, I-5 like the interstate highway in the West Coast.
Oh, okay. They either eyeball or high five or
high five.
Interstate I-5 runs east to west. No, north to south.
Yeah, it was between Washington and
Odd
California.
numbers. Odd numbers run north to south.
Yeah. So he 18 confirmed kills. So that's very high.
Confirmed.
That's a lot of kills.
And he did it all under the interstate or on the interstate?
On the interstate. He would pick people up.
he just crashes his car. It's like, this guy's been in 17 fatal car accidents.
He's still alive somehow.
Still alive. He just keeps crashing fucking cars and other cars.
They call him the I-5 killer.
That loves getting in car accidents when people
This might be one of the best opening lines for all of these serial killers we talked about.
Dom, we can't do every one because we still have like 20 names to go here, but I appreciate you looking at it.
I want you to say it.
I'm just letting you know we can't do everyone.
Yeah, this is my last one then. This is the first sentence.
No, not last one. Not last one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Randall Brent Woodfield is an American serial killer, serial rapist, kidnapper, robber, burglar, and former football player.
I was going to say, he was a football player, and after that failed him, he's like, I have to hurt people, and if I can't do it that way, I'll do it the weird way.
Oh, that's great.
But I mean, that's what you call hitting for the cycle, right, Dom, in baseball? He got all the crimes, besides theft. And I guess
you did it. You won crime. No, burglary was on there.
Oh, yeah, burglary was theft, too. Yeah, he got all of them. He literally got every crime. Every, felony you can
Checked all the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, were you successful in your life? Well, I mean, look at the stats.
Look at the stats. 18 confirmed, 44 suspected.
Some people look at success differently than others.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was a football player. I did arson. I did robbery. I did murder. I did sexual offender. I got the fucking all of it. Yeah,
everything you can think of.
And I was a football player. So what else is there?
Yeah, I mean, the guy he went hard in the paint, as the kids say. On the paint between the white lines and the I-5 interstate exchange. Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin. Is this an actor or a serial killer?
Whose turn is it?
I forget again. I don't remember.
I'll go. So the thing with the Josh Brolin is I can pretty easily put him in the shoes of someone who cuts their mom's head off and sticks their penis.
Well, Dylan, this is a compliment. I put a list together where you could imagine all these guys could act or kill, so I appreciate you saying
that. I can really see him doing that.
I appreciate you.
But not hard to paint that picture. But yeah. I can. He sounds like an actor to me. Possibly in Pearl Harbor.
Actor. All right.
Actor in Pearl Harbor.
Okay. Dom?
I'm going actor because,
Because you know who he is? Yeah. He's an actor. He is famous for movies such as No Country for Old Men, Avengers Infinity War, where he played Thanos, and also The Goonies as the hot guy with the red bandana. That's Josh Brolin, the son of famous actor James Brolin.
Pearl Harbor at all?
Josh Hartnett is what you're thinking of. That's Pearl Harbor. Different Josh.
Trust me, I know. His name in Pearl Harbor is Dan.
And to be fair, Joe, the only reason I know that is because 2 weeks ago you couldn't remember the name, and
we just talked about him. I was like, I don't know who's that. Yeah. Josh Brolin.
And more importantly, Josh Hartnett is in the movie where he
Black Hawk Down
jacks off for 30 days straight, or
40 days and 40 nights. That one who he can't jack off.
Oh, that was the other way. I thought it was.
Yeah, it's during Lent. He gives up sex for Lent, and his friend goes in his house and uses a black light on his sheets. And that was when I first found out as a kid that when we have sex, liquid comes out. Because I was like, I thought he couldn't have sex. Why is he looking for pee? Like I remember watching that as a kid.
Exactly.
Like, why? I don't get it.
I get it that we're made from the sex thing, but I thought you just put your penis.
I didn't know that sex made stuff come out, liquids come out. I just thought like you just do the thing.
Oh yeah, that was the biggest.
It's like plugging a light into a socket.
Yeah, I thought it was like that, and then God decides, okay, now you have a baby. I didn't know there was liquids exchange, and obviously I know that now.
Once I figured it out, I was like, look, okay, cool. So this stuff comes out, and like, how do you know to get it out? Are you like, what? They're like, I'm like, trust me, I do this. I pee and there's foam. You're telling me there's foam coming out of my dick? Like that happens all the time. It's happening for fucking 12 years now. You know?
It happened in Pearl Harbor.
And I was like 12, and they're like, no, it's like ejaculate. I'm like, what?
Well, Dylan, you're the only one I ever knew who peed out jizz because you refused to jack off for 2 months straight. It literally doesn't make any sense to me.
Didn't know you remembered that.
I've never heard that before.
Well, you can cut that if you want, but I remember you saying that. I was like, since I knew I could.
That's funny.
Sorry, Mom. Since I knew I could do that, I never waited 2 months. I'll tell you that right now.
It was like
I've
a
never
week,
waited
right?
long enough.
I don't know, but I
for it
couldn't
to come
believe
out
it.
in
I was
my
like,
bladder.
Oh man,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
This is a family podcast, folks. Don't forget.
It is not a family podcast. We're talking about
Yeah.
serial rapists this whole time.
Yeah, that was out of control. I was like, wow, we got a fucking,
Yeah.
we got an overflow problem here.
Can you turn the gain up on your microphone, Dylan? It sounds like you're a mile
I don't
away.
know.
It's so quiet. You're usually wicked loud. I can't hear anything.
Well, really, yeah. It's not this.
No. You got the right microphone.
It's here. My gain.
I'm sorry, but I feel like when I edit it, it's going to be me screaming and then you like whispering.
Oh,
because
I'm not changing my gain now.
Get
This
the
is the
gain
gain,
up, buddy.
This is all the way up.
All right, you're all right. Good.
He doesn't sound that quiet to me.
What?
You sound good.
All right.
No, Dom said it doesn't sound quiet. I'm just letting you know because I don't want to have the podcast where it's me screaming the whole time, then you guys whispering. It just makes me
All right.
sound
2
more
options.
asshole
Maybe
than
you're
I already am.
fucking going deaf. You feeling
Okay.
that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Babe. I usually tell when I go to edit it, and like the whole podcast looks like spikes, or I'm like, that must be when I'm talking, or that must be.
I'm
when
watching
like,
my fucking level over here on the right, and it's
All right.
it's right where it needs to be. Maybe I'll just
All
be a
right,
little louder. I got a nice,
it wasn't. I didn't mean it to be an
calming
insult.
voice.
I was just concerned about the quality of our show.
Everyone-
I think you did
keeps
mean it to be
telling
an
me.
insult.
If I wanted to admit an insult, I would have said, "Talking to the microphone, you fucking fairy, you sick."
Okay. All right. I see.
But
how
I
it
didn't
is.
say that. I didn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Let's do
You
one
could
more,
say that,
and
you
then
could,
we'll
yeah.
take our last commercial break here before we bang out the rest.
I don't mean it, but you're getting fat. But I don't mean that.
I don't.
No, I didn't say you're getting fat. I said, don't you want to put that burger down? It's different. I didn't explicitly say you're getting fat. I said, do you really
Okay.
need 3 cheeseburgers?
But I'm not
Maybe
saying
just
it to
2 will
be
do
mean.
it.
It's not the same thing.
All right, one more before the commercial break, and Dom's going to tell us the score before we go to the break.
Of course.
Thanks,
It's
Dom.
my job. That's why I'm here.
We last did Josh Brolin, who now we know is an actor. What about Joe Breslin? Is he an actor too, or is he a serial killer?
Joe Breslin.
I think Dom maybe.
I am going first on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Breslin.
Josh Brolin, Joe Breslin, Abigail
I-
Breslin,
I'm
famously
thinking what you're
Little
putting
Miss
down.
Sunshine.
I'm not listening to you because I think you're just going to try to trick me. But,
Smart.
I mean, hey, it hasn't worked yet. I'll go with an actor.
Dom says actor.
All right, Joe Breslin really sounds like the type of guy from Greta Van Fleet. I could easily see him in that band.
Why do you say
No.
that? Because Dom's wearing
Or-
the shirt.
Unless shirt I'm wearing.
For the
Or
listeners, Dom's wearing a shirt that says Greta Van Fleet in big letters.
he's either one or the
Dylan's
other.
favorite band.
He's either in Greta Van Fleet or he's someone who has cut his mom's head off and stuck his penis in her skull.
Right. Only one of those is an option that's on this podcast, so you can guess whichever one.
No,
makes you
but
feel
he's the type of guy. That's the same type of person.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, people in that band or in this topic here. So I
get that.
obviously think he's a serial killer.
He is a serial killer. Well, interesting. A mental patient who killed his fellow patient, his roommate, when he was in a Pennsylvania insane asylum. But they let him out because he was cured, and then he went on to move to California and kill a mother and daughter. So he's a serial killer.
It's cured. Cured. I've never.
Joey
heard someone get cured.
Breslin. Whoopsie daisy. Shouldn't let him out.
Joey Breslin.
He was good at hiding his symptoms. But I feel like after you murder your roommate in an insane asylum, don't they have to keep you there forever or put you in prison?
I thought that's a one of those situations where it's you really sealed the fucking
Yeah, because if you commit the crime and then you go to the hospital, then it's like, okay, that happened before. But if you commit the crime in the hospital, I feel like yeah, because he didn't kill anybody until he was already in the hospital. Then he killed. It's like, why are we letting him out? I don't
and then he said, "Hey, I killed him because I'm fucking in the melon station."
well, yeah, I get why he did it. I'm just saying, why they let him out.
I don't need to explain to you why I killed the
I
guy. I'm
mean,
here.
whatever judge said he was, they must
Yeah.
have had a hard day at work after they found out he went and killed a mother-daughter in California.
Here's
Like,
the thing, though,
that's
about the
tough.
mental institution. I'm not saying that's a free pass to kill your roommate.
no, but
his medication
It
was
does
all
get-
it was.
It
Just
does get a
there's
little
no
bit
reason.
brushed off when you go, the mental institution guy killed the other guy. And
it's like the old Bill Burr bit. He's like, you
might
should
not
never hit
be
a
a-
woman. You should never hit a woman. But to say there's no reason, you You should never kill your roommate in a mental institution, but to say there's no reason to, of course there's a reason to.
Yeah, it's actually like maybe he's actually sane because he killed his.
Maybe that's why they let him out. They're like, yeah, we hated that guy anyways, dude. You can get out of
here. Or everyone's wanted to kill that guy and you did, so he did
him a favor.
So we're gonna let you out because actually this means that you're not crazy because you did kill that guy in the mental institution.
You're a cool guy.
Person would deal with it.
Well, the crazy people would deal with that guy, so you're actually fine. So we're gonna let you out. I
think that's actually, while you're at it, let me give you the address for my wife.
Yeah,
my ex-wife.
No.
Hopefully my daughter's not home.
No, what people do is they send their ex-wife to
socks.
Dylan
knows what the grippy socks.
I do. Yeah, the modern way to do that is to send your ex-wife to space, and
Blue Origin.
Yeah, and you just go, well, this is an easy one. We're gonna blow that up, and he must have been pissed when that came back down. Just saying.
That must have sucked.
Anyways, that must have seemed like fuck. It didn't blow up.
The official Wendy's Twitter account is known for making good jokes.
I saw this.
I saw this one. Say it. It's so funny.
And it was Katy Perry was the first one, or a woman to go up into space on the blue or whatever. And Wendy's.
I think it was all women.
The official. The official Wendy's Twitter said. Should have left her up there.
Yeah, I know, so great.
Oh, when she came back and she kissed the earth, and then Wendy said, "I kissed the ground and I liked it."
Another one. I don't know if it was them, but it was when those two astronauts, spent extra 6 months up there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Someone started a petition to send them back. I was like, yes, I'm signing that.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I saw the one where
send him back. I was like,
do you know the classic? The meme of the guy, he looks like he's like Middle Eastern, and he's like a soccer game, and he's crossing his arms, like looking disappointed.
Yeah, the guy. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It was Katy Perry coming back after 5 hours, and then the two astronauts who were stuck up there for like an extra 16 months doing the thing where they both look at the camera. It was edited on his body.
Yeah. And last joke on the topic that I came up with, I made this one up, was
all right. Yeah,
everyone's like, we fucking, with all the money we spent to get up there, we could have solved homelessness, and I was like.
Well,
more money was spent on all the plastic surgery of all the women up there that they sent. Did you see the picture?
yeah. Save that money if we're gonna save it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe tell all those women to, tally up how
the
much
amount that they pay to
face.
look cute is worth GDP of a small nation.
They were just texting to see if they could actually just blast plastic trash into space so we'd have less in our landfills.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking.
We have too many microplastics. Well done, both of you. Good jokes. Better than the memes. Well done to both. That's going to take us to our commercial break. We're not going to beat that.
No. Really quick before the commercial break.
The dogs are barking. We got to go.
Nothing has changed. Dylan is at 13. I'm at 9. It's still a 4-point lead.
Okay, well, so you're still in the game.
We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens on the next side of the commercial break.
Side, let's go.
Dylan, play the Hestro song.
Blue Origin.
And welcome back to the Dylan and Joe Basement Podcast. We are doing one of the top 2 best versions of this podcast, which is number 1 is the top 10s. Number 2 is Joe makes something up and we show up and he has great questions for us. And this time we're talking about actors and serial killers. There hasn't been any that were in the same category together yet, but who knows? That could change.
Who knows? I did think about that, but most actors who are killers, they get caught before they kill 10 more people, unfortunately, because their profile's pretty high. You know I want to put OJ on the list.
Yeah.
2 kills, and he's an actor.
Actor and a football player.
Unless they're people like the real big dogs, like the ones under Harvey Weinstein's belt.
Yeah, the commanders.
Yeah,
yeah.
like just let's
it's
just
like
say
a mafia
West,
boss
for
is a serial
example.
killer. Not really. Mm-hmm. They just ordered the killings. Like
No,
Hitler
but, like,
isn't a
people
serial
like-
killer, but he's responsible.
Hitler
for the
didn't
deaths-
kill any Jewish people.
But he's responsible for the deaths of millions, but he's not a serial killer.
But not even that. Like if you're like Kanye West, I know he probably is an actor for all I fucking know. You know,
I don't
he's
think he
skilled.
is.
Just God knows he's skilled.
Diddy,
I don't
maybe.
think anyone could tell him what to do
Then
for
maybe
5
Diddy
minutes.
or maybe Ja Rule. No,
Diddy has
Ja
been
Rule's
an
in Fast
actor.
and Furious.
Ja Rule's an
So is
actor.
Ja Rule.
Yeah. Kanye has never acted in anything, as far as I know, though.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry probably has acted in something. She must have been. She probably played
she's
herself.
probably
though.
She has.
She's a
probably
terrible
so, yeah.
actor, I'm sure.
Definitely.
She acted like she was grateful for going to space. That's fun. Speaking
That's
of which,
hilarious.
It's the most relevant thing because she had a mental breakdown at a concert like 5 years ago.
remember she was married to Russell Brand? He just came out.
2 years.
Sexual assault
He's
charges
gay?
came out with them. 5 different women said that he raped them.
Doesn't
The guy
surprise
from
me.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the British guy. Get him to the Greek. Hello, mate. It's me, the funny guy who keeps raping too much.
He's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I can picture him raping people.
I'm actually extra weirded out because he was a super spiritual actory guy, and then he found Jesus last year, which is a telltale sign of I'm about to get in trouble, and I want to have a backstory so I don't get in too much trouble.
entire time.
I just found Jesus.
Now, according to IMDb, Kanye West is an actor because they count being in a music video as acting.
I don't count that, and neither do most people. So every musician's an actor then, if that's the case. It's bullshit.
So all I can find is one case of... so the only one where he wasn't playing himself was he played Kenny West in an episode of The Cleveland Show.
Okay, so he was a voice actor in one episode. Yeah, that's not worth it.
Yeah,
That's the Cleveland
but
show, which isn't even a
he was
show.
in... Apparently he was in The Love Guru as himself, which I don't count that.
I don't think he's an actor at all. But let's move on. This person might be an actor, might not be. Might be a serial killer. And his name is Max von Sydow. Or Max von Sydow, if you want to pronounce it that way.
What is the country of origin?
Vonsydow. Max
Oh, the Vons are all Dutch.
von Sydow. He may be Dutch, but is he a serial killer or an actor?
Actor.
Can I hear the name one more time?
Max von Sydow.
Max von...
Dylan says actor.
I'm also going to go with actor.
You're both right. He's famous for many roles, such as The Exorcist, the old priest in The Exorcist. He's also in Shutter Island. He's the German psychiatrist guy.
Oh, he's in Strange Brew.
There you go.
Brewmeister Smith in Strange Brew with the
That's
McKenzie
your boy.
brothers.
He also plays one of the Greybeards in the video game Skyrim. He's a great,
Hell yeah.
fun actor.
That guy's
Yep.
Old
awesome.
German guy.
Sick.
Max von Sydow. Good job. You guys both got that.
Thanks, dude.
Gary Cole. Gary Cole. Is he an
Min?
actor? No, not Gary Coleman. That'd be too easy. Just Gary Cole. No Min. Is
Yeah,
he an
Gary
actor?
Cole will be too easy. Let's just ask Daniel Day-Lewis right off the bat.
Well, I want to give you a softball. You guys you guys deserve a couple of wins. Am I right? I also did John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. I'm gonna
You guys
say
figure it
that Gary Cole's a serial killer.
Gary Cole,
I'll say,
serial killer, says Dom. Dylan says what?
I'm gonna say famous actor Paula Cole's dad.
What do you say?
Who?
Paula Cole's dad?
Yeah, Paula Cole's dad, father.
Who's Paula Cole?
I don't know who that is.
She sings
Any lyrics?
yes.
Dead air.
That's right, Joe. Just tell us the answer. We can look at Paula Cole afterwards.
Gary Cole is an actor. You might know him from such thing as Ted Jones in in Pineapple Express, Ricky Bobby's dad in Talladega Nights, or Office Space, the manager. I forget his name in that.
Where have all the cowboys gone? Paul Cole.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Ring a bell?
Definitely.
That's Gary Cole. So yeah, you guys know the guy though.
He's Cole.
Yeah, right. Go ahead and get that to me by 2:30. Yeah, okay. Lundberg.
Yeah, he's
Lundberg. That's what he is. Lundberg. Yeah.
Oh.
And Ted Jones, Pineapple Express. Gary Cole.
Shit.
He is Sergeant Bosco in Bob's Burgers.
There you go. Gary Cole.
Where have all the cowboys gone?
So you guys, one got it right, one got it wrong.
Yep, yeah. There's now a 5-point lead, just so you know.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, Dom, obviously not Googling mid-question, because then that would be...
I waited. I was like, I'm not looking that up. Just
No, you didn't do it. You didn't do it.
He could have
Joe, you really could have messed up. You really could have gone with Gary Michael Cole. It made us think that he was a serial killer having 3 names.
I didn't want to cheat. I wanted to follow the rules, you know what I mean? Steven...
Oh, Joe. You're forgetting his best movie credit.
I only picked 3. What
Dodgeball.
He's the announcer. Right, you are, Cotton. Yeah, he's in a ton of stuff. I'm telling you, this is not me sneaking by you. This guy, you know the guy. You just don't know his name. That's the trick.
I have seen The Great Wall of China. I have met the Queen of England. I haven't even seen it. I wish I remembered the rest of the line before I started that. That was stupid.
Shut the fuck up. Stephen Root. That's the next guy we're talking about here. Stephen Root.
Stephen Root is a serial killer.
No question.
Is that your final answer, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
L for love, honey. Stephen Root is in Office Space. I'm gonna burn this whole building to the ground. You remember its spring line stapler. Also in Dodgeball. Or Brother Without Doubt. And also plays Bill Dauterive in The King of the Hill. That's Stephen Root.
Yeah.
Great actor. Great character actor.
Is he also...
I thought you guys might know that one. I'm like, they're going to guess that this is an actor. Because Stephen Root's famous as fuck. But I guess you just don't know his name.
Serial killer name, though.
It definitely.
Super serial killer name, yeah.
I was hoping that you'd think that. But yeah. Stephen Root. I thought one of you would get it. Yeah. He's in like every Coen Brothers movie. He's in everything. He's great. He's awesome.
No shit.
L for Love, honey. That's Stephen Root.
All right, so I was right. Yeah, he's in Buster Scruggs. He's the bank teller that stops James Franco.
Yes, he is. He's in like every single... He's also in No Country for Old Men. He's in a lot of Coen Brothers stuff. But is this person in any movies? Or is he convicted of murder? That's, of course, Douglas Franklin Wright. Douglas Franklin Wright.
Actor.
Dylan says actor.
I'll go serial killer.
Dom says serial killer.
Which, by the way, was Joe's Halloween costume one year. Serial killer.
Oh, yes. That was a fun one.
Box of cereal with a knife.
Bunch of mini boxes of cereal, all with little fake knives stabbed into them.
Nice.
Solid.
And it had a hatchet with a box of Lucky Charms glued to the end of it.
Yeah.
Very fun. Douglas Franklin Wright killed 7 people and was the first person to be criminally executed by lethal injection in the state of Oregon. So there you go. I'm
glad that's back, so I can say a thing really quick that I was too slow on the first time. So George Carlin bit, when he got old and just complained about everything.
Yeah.
About everyone being too careful. Because when you watch Lethal Injection, they get the needle to kill the murderer. They swab his arm with alcohol.
Oh, yeah, so he won't get infected.
That's so funny.
He's the best. He was the best, is the best. Yeah, so there you go. We already talked about capital punishment earlier. We don't need to talk about it again. Don't lethal inject him. Just shoot him. Yeah, there he goes. Douglas Franklin Wright. But I also realized that a lot of serial killers have 3 names, like John Wayne Gacy. Like, it's a good serial killer to have 3 names. But also actors do, because in the Screen Actors Guild, you have to be in the Screen Actors Guild if you're an actor, if you want to make money. And you can't have the same name as someone else. So you have to that's why you get people like Samuel L. Jackson, because Samuel Jackson was already an actor in the Guild, so you get the extra name. So a lot of times
Emma Stone is actually Emily Stone.
Really? Yeah, so they have to change it based on that. And that's why so many actors have, 3 names, because they're
Michael Clark Douglas. Duncan.
Yeah, Michael Clark Douglas is a great example.
Clark Duncan.
Because Kirk Douglas was taken.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah,
Probably.
Michael Fox. Yeah, exactly. It'd be a good podcast if the people who stole the name of the people who are famous, like, who is Michael Fox? Like, he was in one movie in 1941. You can't take his name. That's his name. Next up, we have, speaking of three names, Henry Louis Wallace. Henry Louis Wallace. Is he a killer or an actor?
Fucking killer.
Henry Louis Wallace.
Definitely a killer.
Dylan says definitely killer.
Henry Louis Wallace.
I'm positive.
I'll get killed if I say serial killer just because Wallace is so sensitive about
Wallace.
his
Yeah,
name.
put the Wallace in there.
I legally have to say actor here, or I could lose my house.
Really? Okay, so Dom says actor. Dylan says serial killer. He's also known as the Taco Bell Strangler.
No fucking way. Really?
He killed 11 women around Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, it's like the Herman Merman thing. You don't get fucking
The
a
Taco
job with
Bell
that name.
Strangler. You don't get to decide your name unless you write the letter to the police, which makes it more easy to get caught.
Wow. So
I also looked up all the unsolved serial killer cases, and almost all of them have the name Strangler or Slayer in them. It's so unoriginal. So unoriginal.
let's change it up.
And
So
four of
since
them,
he has the middle name, there must have been an original.
yeah. Well, again, it's not an actor.
Couldn't take the name of that one.
There was already a Chipotle Strangler. I couldn't take that, so I had to start parking at Taco Bell parking lot. But yeah, no, it's not four. There's three unsolved murders that are named after. There's the Golden Sock Killer, the Tube Sock Killer, and I think it's the Sock Killer, and they're all stranglers. They all have different kind of socks they strangle with, and they're all unsolved. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Golden sock, like gold toe socks? Because I've never seen a
Maybe it's just
golden
called
sock.
Golden Sock, Tube Sock, and there's another one.
They couldn't
I think
legally
it's a
use the
stocking
gold toe.
strangler. It's just
Gold
it's a
toe.
sock.
Gold toe would have sued
That's
them
what I
if they
pictured. The
used
gold toe.
Yeah, well, they probably couldn't use gold toe because it's the brand.
It's insane, and
Yeah,
it's
like, we're gonna
always
sue for
women. It's
taking
always
that?
sexual components.
He a quick thing on this guy. He really showed how well our
Judicial system.
judicial system works. In 1988, he was caught breaking into a hardware store, pled guilty to second-degree burglary, 2 years supervised probation. The year the probation ended, in 1990, his first murder.
He followed the rules. I'm waiting for 2 years, then I'm gonna commit murder.
I'm on probation. I can't kill anyone right now.
I don't want to, I don't want to cause a problem. I'm already. The state has
break
given me the
that.
grace of being not in prison. At least I can do is abide by that until.
What am I supposed to say to my probation officer? I killed someone. Gotta wait.
Yeah, I'll be so embarrassed if
I
tell
can't.
my
I have to be at
probation
home when the
officer.
phone rings so you can check to see how I'm doing. I couldn't possibly be out killing right now.
I mean, imagine being labeled the Taco Bell Strangler. Good God.
All right, next one. Actor or serial killer?
Parents
Crimbobolus
must
Michael.
be pissed.
Here I go acting again. Next one actually though is Brian Doyle Murray. Brian Doyle Murray. Another three names. I'm doing this on purpose to fuck you guys up.
I know what you're doing. I'm not a dumbit. Maybe I am an idiot.
Doyle, one of those names not taken off in film.
Like Patrick
Has to be
Doyle
a
Collins.
Has to be a serial killer. Doyle's not a good name.
I'm sticking with
It's
actor.
a good name if you are. It's a character in a movie, like oh Doyle rules. But besides
That's
that,
Doyle, not Doyle.
That's a last name.
same fucking thing. And yeah, no, it's a serial killer for sure.
So Dylan says killer. Dom, you say it actor.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not only is he an actor, he's Bill Murray's brother. You may know him from Caddyshack, Groundhog Day, and the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob, also
That
known as
fucking
Captain
guy.
Knuckles from Flapjack.
That's his brother?
The
That's
eyes
Bill
guy?
Murray's brother,
Oh.
The eyes guy.
Brian Doyle Murray.
The guy with the fucking eyes from Caddyshack?
the guy who's Bill
eyes
Murray's
are
No,
brother.
that's
Popping out his
Rodney
head?
Dangerfield you're thinking of.
Thank you. Never mind.
Wait, you thought Rodney? I'm not going to entertain
Don't
that.
ask. Just
You
move
know the
on.
Flying Dutchman? Hey, SpongeBob, it's me, the Flying Dutchman. That's Brian Doyle Murray. Yeah, there you go.
Looks,
Yeah, he's
sounds
also
a
in the
lot
Three
like-
Stooges movie, not a brag.
Definitely isn't a brag, and no one
I
cares.
can also see Rodney Dangerfield doing that voice, so it's not working for me.
Hey, how you doing,
Yeah.
SpongeBob? I'm the Flying Dutchman. or
That's what it is.
something.
I
Take
forgot.
my
I'm
wife,
so, used
please.
to, I'm so used to seeing him
point.
as an old man. I forgot that he runs the Caddyshack.
He's mostly in
He's
Bill Murray
strong.
movies as a minor character, but
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, but he holds his own with his voice acting.
just playing the Flying Dutchman and Captain Knuckles. I'm like, that's enough to make you a hero in my
Yeah.
mind. You don't even need to be an actor.
Couldn't agree more.
Speaking of actors or serial killers, Lawrence Bittaker. Lawrence Bittaker. Is this an actor or a serial killer?
Lawrence Bittaker.
I know why you picked this one. Because I almost fell for it.
Joe, clip that.
I almost said
Joe,
it first, too.
clip it. Dom, you go first because Dylan's acting all cocky about this.
Yeah, and for that reason, I think he's trying to trick me, and I'm going to go actor.
Dom says actor. Dylan, what do you say?
I'm going to say serial killer because it's a pleasant evening.
Who is that? A pleasant
What the fuck
evening.
is that?
You've drank from this cup.
Well,
That doesn't answer his question at all.
For our listeners, he's holding up a mug with a portrait of a man.
It says a pleasant evening with a S in the thing.
Oh, it's someone named Pleasance.
No, it's just it's a pleasant.
Oh, it's Sandsworth
evening.
Theater.
It's a pleasant evening, but it's Pleasance evening, so everyone who's going to it is pleasant.
Oh, that's stupid as fuck. Anyways,
That's why it's funny. But anyways, I mean,
Lawrence Bittaker.
Everything's funny when you have to explain why.
I didn't even say it's a serial killer. Trust me, because I was thinking of someone else. Serial killer.
Okay, so Dylan says serial killer. Dom says actor.
I almost fell.
Yeah, I was gonna write you down as serial killer anyways, because Dylan, you figured it out. Lawrence Bittaker, he is one of the duo known as the Toolbox Killers. Another famous, one of the most famous, awful. Like literally, it's one of the things they say. Don't Google it. That's how bad it is. Kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and tortured girls in Los Angeles County, California, with 5 kills confirmed. Him and another person are the Toolbox Killers. They actually have tapes that you can hear part of this, and I would not recommend looking into it at all. Lawrence Bittaker, he's a killer. He's a serial killer.
Did he take a toolbox and smash their head over with it, or did he?
They call it that because they use a lot of tools to torture these young women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought you said. So I heard James Whittaker.
No, I think you might have
Martin
been thinking
Whittaker?
of someone else. Let me just keep going with the podcast here. Now, the next person, Forrest Whitaker. Is it an actor or a killer?
When you first said the last one, my first thought was Jay Whitaker, which is the comedian we saw at Gotham.
Yeah, no, not him. I'm not talking about Lawrence Bittaker. I'm talking about Forrest Whitaker. Is that
Gotham,
an actor
like the
or a
place in
serial
Marlboro
killer?
by Farm Road?
No, Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.
I didn't know if that's what that place did.
Yeah.
Gotham
Not where Batman patrols to save the night.
Patrols Marlboro.
To protect us from the scooter lady.
Be the hero they need, not the hero they want.
Dom, did I tell you that I saw a dude in a Batman t-shirt walking in front of that, and I couldn't get my phone out fast enough?
Would have been a great photo.
Fucking
We can
wild.
recreate that.
I know. It's so cool.
Yeah, but
I'm
it won't
going
be as
actor
natural.
for
We
Forrest
should.
Whitaker.
Maybe a commercial for us. We'll record
Dom
for
says
Gotham.
Forrest Whitaker is an actor? Okay. Dylan, what do you think?
I do too.
Okay, yeah,
I think
he is.
Forrest Whitaker is Saw Gerrera.
He is Saw Gerrera in Rogue One.
Rogue One.
He plays Idi Amin, the Last King of Scotland, and he plays the best football player in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the crazy guy who takes his head off. Forrest Whitaker. He's been with us for a while. Obviously, I wanted to put that one first, but I'm like, if I don't put Bittaker first, they might not fall for Bittaker, so I'll put Whitaker next. I mean, that's so Lawrence Bittaker and Forrest Whitaker. I mean, come on.
Bittaker, I hardly know her.
I'm not the vampire of Sacramento. I'm not gonna... Speaking of people who might be actors and or serial killers, Ray Copeland. Is Ray Copeland a serial killer, or is he an actor?
Actor.
He is a serial killer.
Roy Copeland, along with his wife, Faye Copeland. I'm sorry, it's not Roy, it's Ray. Ray and Faye.
Oh, well, start the whole podcast over.
You would have known. Murdered 5 confirmed and possibly 12. They became the oldest couple to be sentenced to death in United States history. Isn't that a loving relationship?
Couple? Did they get to hold hands during it?
The ones who murdered together stay together.
Mm-hmm.
2 old people got convicted of murder. But yeah, Ray and Faye Copeland. But Ray Copeland sounded like or Roy Copeland sounded like an actor name to me. I was like, that's just like an actor to me. Anyways, one of you is right.
Well, I think it's because of Coppola.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or Stuart Copeland, drummer of the Police.
Nicolas Cage.
I think I actually looked up Stuart Copeland.
Good call,
I figured
Cage,
out it was the Police. Yeah. What about Clancy Brown? Clancy Brown. Serial killer, actor, who knows?
I forget who's supposed to go first again.
It's your turn.
Clancy Brown. I'm gonna go with
I promise you guys.
Actor.
Okay.
Serial killer.
Serial killer. Clancy
Let me stop
Brown?
you right there. Clancy Brown is Mr. Krabs.
I was gonna say. I almost ruined it. I was gonna say. I promise you guys know him if you don't think you do. He's Mr. Krabs.
Shawshank Redemption. Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Shawshank Redemption. Starship Troopers. Yeah. He's Mr. Krabs. Clancy Brown.
Who would have guessed?
Dom, not you. Let's do one more. I want to know the tallies. I think it's getting close now. Dom's been getting a lot right.
Yeah, I know. He's been doing well.
I wouldn't say a lot.
Our next one, who is an actor or serial killer, is named David Berkowitz. David Berkowitz.
Killer.
Dylan says killer.
Berkowitz. I'm going with actor.
Dom, why do you say that?
It sounds way too familiar, and I don't know anything about serial killers.
Do familiar? Do you mean Jewish?
No.
Okay,
no,
I'm just making sure.
No.
Just making sure. Because he was, and also he is also known as the Son of Sam, who shot 8 random people in New York City, killing 6.
Wow.
He famously was attributed to saying that his neighbor's dog told him to commit the crimes, but upon further inspection years later, after Satanic Panic was over,
no, further inspection, his neighbors didn't have a dog.
No, he made it. He made that. He wanted to sound insane because
he made that up.
America was mad about Satanic Panic. He just was a psycho. He's just like shooting strangers, but he got caught. So fuck him.
I didn't know there was a lot of Jewish serial killers. It's not like
there isn't that many. That's why that's the first one I've mentioned so far. But yeah.
No, they don't do that.
Joseph Fritzl. No, actually, he's Austrian. We'll leave that for next time.
Yeah.
Fritzl, like Schnitzel.
Well, yeah, he's the guy who. Let's not get into it. It's
a tally update is nothing has changed. Dylan has.
Really, you didn't caught up? I thought you
has
got a lot
19. I have 15.
So it's always your 4 away.
I'm still 4. I'm still 4 behind.
Yeah, once you get
you start doing things where you just pick opposite of him, just hoping, you know. But let's not run away. You got 15 right. Just because Dylan got 19 right doesn't mean you got 15.
Yeah.
You didn't get 15 wrong. Which reminds me, Joseph James D'Angelo Jr.
Wait, like the sandwich shop?
That's for you to decide.
Heir to the D'Angelo fortune.
Joseph James D'Angelo Jr.
Jesus
actor
Christ.
or serial killer.
D'Angelo Jr.
Well, you should get the junior in there.
Ooh, the junior is interesting. Usually it's just the 3 names.
Serial killer. Hates his dad.
Joseph I'm going
goes with hates his dad.
I'm going with serial killer.
Hates Joseph James D'Angelo Sr. for beating the shit out of him when he was a kid. And
you guys both go serial killer.
Yep.
He's also known as the Golden State Killer.
Wow.
Murdered
Joseph
13...
James D'Angelo Jr., the Golden State Killer.
Yep. He murdered 13 people confirmed, and there may be more victims. You guys know how he was found? It's actually a pretty interesting story. So
yeah,
I'm just D'Angelo's. I was as soon as you said Golden State, the fact that you didn't say Warriors afterwards completely fried my brain.
Threw you off. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I've never heard of the killer.
Yeah. So this is a pretty rare case.
He went to D'Angelo's, the sub shop. Obviously.
Yep.
Hey, Joe and I watched a great documentary about a guy that got out of prison for killing someone in a subway.
Yep. There we go.
Every time he drives by a sandwich shop, he goes, "Hey, see that subway sign? That makes you think of."
I'll take it Mike's way.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like a lot of serial killers, they just kill until they get caught, right? But serial killers like the Zodiac, they assume, stopped killing. If you stop killing before they come out with DNA, you're in pretty good shape. If you just stop killing in 1989, you're never gonna get caught ever. You're good. You're good for the rest of your life. But the thing is, you can't stop. This guy did stop. He stopped killing, but they caught him recently, within the last 10 years.
Because of the semen?
Yeah.
Because of the semen. But it wasn't his semen. It was his niece's semen. What happened was...
Okay.
the case got brought back to light because a lot of cold cases after years, once all their family members die, no one cares anymore. And if you don't talk to police every week about how your family member's dead, they stop caring because it's like they have a lot of other shit going on, and also they're very uniquely purposed, I'll say. But so what happened was the wife, who is now dead, of Patton Oswalt, the actor who played Remy the Rat, as many other movies and TV shows like King Queens. His wife is a journalist, and she wrote an entire novel about the Golden State Killer, how he hasn't been caught. That made them look more into it. And what the state police did is they looked into DNA databases. The DNA database that was provided by 23andMe, the private company who takes your DNA to give you, you're half black and your mom's Japanese. They just give that to the FBI just for free. So as soon as you give that to them, that's a state information now. They can say that forever. What happened was she swabbed her mouth, handed it over. They handed it over to the FBI. The FBI says, let's narrow it down to people in the area. They ended up finding out that one of the people who might have been in the area at the time suspected the killings was her uncle. They went to his house, swabbed his little doorpost there, little doorknob, and they found out that it was a genetic match for his killings. They booked him, convicted of murder. The Golden State Killer is arrested 30 years after his last kill because his niece had to know if she was actually black or not. Breaking news, she was white the whole time.
Now, once they caught him, did he go, all right, yeah, you got me, I did do that?
I don't know, because he didn't admit to any of the killings. They tied it through genetic evidence, which is why they think he had many more victims, but they could only tie him genetically to 13, so that's what he's convicted of. Besides that...
Can you imagine that? You retire.
He didn't say shit. Well, yeah, obviously he's not going to block
and just live a normal life, and you're like, no one will ever know this. This is great.
Whoopsie daisy. Even when DNA was started being used in crime scene, he still didn't get caught for another 20 years. And then his niece wants to find out if she's actually from Albania or Greece, and then all of a sudden, boom, now you're convicted.
Yeah.
I'm glad she did it.
It's like the John Mulaney bit about getting away with murder, before DNA, where it's like, as long as... Never mind, you already said it. You already said all the stuff without it being... Just keep going, keep going.
But anyway, I think it's interesting that, anytime you do one of those, 23andMe genetic things, you sign off saying, now you have my information, you can give this to anybody anytime. That's just yours for life. Yep. It's not the same as signing over your credit card or your name.
They also give
literally have your genetic sequencing, who you are genetically. They can just give to anybody, and they can save it, and they can use it for whatever they want later. So just know that. Yep. You better hope your uncle's not a serial killer, or he's going to jail pretty soon. And when they start to clone people and genetically grow people, they already have a database of all the shit that you gave them, all the recipes you gave them, which means you later. So
don't worry, they don't want you, Joe. They're not going to clone you. Just do it.
Giant recessive gene, no thanks.
Yeah, that guy, we want to make 100 million of.
We do not want that. We don't want any of that.
One of you, it's enough. We're good.
Yeah.
We want 100 million people that hate breakfast.
If we can get less
exactly. We want
people who die if they stay in the sun for 8 hours or more. That's great.
100 million people who live off of White Monster, Juul, and...
Don't say White Monster. I don't drink White Monster, you sicko.
No. It's green Monster,
He doesn't drink Monster.
It's just, I don't drink Monster either. I definitely don't drink the low carb, no sugar version of that shit. I'm a sick fuck.
Right. Green Monster, Juul.
It's like saying I eat soy pancakes.
Bacon and
at least
orange
get it right,
juice.
You fucking asshole.
Actually, maybe they should clone you. That's a pretty unique diet. You might live to 150, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's the fucking diet."
Oh, it's the turkey dinners at brunch. That's
the turkey dinners with champagne at brunch and the Juul.
That's fair.
That's either way, Joe. They might want you, or they might not. For the cloning, repopulating the Earth after.
I'm not worried about them repopulating. I just think it's crazy that you can sign up for I want to know what my grandfather's from, and they just have your genetic code, and they just give it to the FBI unprompted. It's pretty wild. I don't think she thought that she was signing up for getting her uncle convicted of murder. I'm sure she's glad she did it, but I don't think she thought that when she was swabbing her cheek and finding out if she was from Italy or Ireland. She didn't know she was giving her genetic sequence to the government. She did not know that.
Yeah, but how else are you going to know if you're part fucking Neanderthal or not?
Oh yeah, well the company can do it. They don't have to save it and give it to other people. They can just give it back to you and then that's it. But instead, they save every single one they've ever... So anyone's ever done it, they have that in a database, and they can just save it forever.
Likes data.
Yeah, no, everyone loves data. Just ask Facebook, our new world leaders, our new oligarchy. All right, no soapbox Joe for me tonight.
In the woods, so.
How about this? John Eric Armstrong. John Eric Armstrong. Could be an actor, could be a serial killer.
Very strong.
John Eric Armstrong is, I think he is the strong arm serial killer.
Okay,
good guess. I'm gonna say actor. He's known for many movies.
Sure. He's mostly known to be a Navy sailor convicted of the murder of 5 prostitutes in Michigan and Illinois. And he actually confessed to multiple murders overseas, much like our other guy here, when he was stationed overseas. And if what he said was true, his actual kill count is 18. So I would say definite serial.
Oh, see, no, that's very believable. He's not like, it's 75.
He's still more than tripled what he was convicted.
Yes, yeah.
Sure, I killed 5 prostitutes in Michigan and Illinois. You should see the prostitutes I killed in Turkmenistan. I was really going nuts.
They didn't even charge me.
They didn't even charge me on that one. See, Dom, that's another catch-up one for you. How about this one? Jackie Earle Haley. Jackie Earle Haley. And these are all males on the list, just sort of.
Just about to ask.
Yeah.
Since it's a male,
I wanted to keep it consistent. American.
All right, no, actor. I'm gonna go
Wait,
actor
what was
again.
the name again?
Jackie Earle Haley.
Jackie Earle Haley.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jackie Chan, but a little different.
Yeah, like Jackie, exactly, like Jackie Chan. Dom, I need an answer from you.
I'm gonna go with serial killer.
Jackie Earle Haley is known for his first movie and many others, Bad News Bears. He's the badass kid with the motorcycle. Nice. He's also Rorschach in Watchmen, and also the guy in prison in Shutter Island says, "And you ladies, it's me, ladies." But his most famous role, the hippie who hits the half-court shot in Semi-Pro.
Sick. Good man.
I gotta admit, as soon as I heard Jackie Earle Haley, all I could think of was Haley Joel Osment.
I almost put that one on there, but I'm like, I'm sure they know what it is. But it's another three name actor. It sounds like a serial killer.
Yeah.
How about this one? Billy Glaze. You heard me
Porn
right.
Star.
Billy Glaze.
Billy Glaze.
No, Dom, that'll be our next one. Porn star or not porn star?
We should. No, make that happen.
Don't give me any ideas, folks. I love
that's a
making
good
lists.
idea. That's a
really
great.
good
But for now, idea. Billy Glaze.
Billy Glaze. Oh, sort of like Billy Mays, but
sort of like that in some ways.
Wait, did Dylan get that last one right?
He's already got.
Yeah, he did. Actor,
yeah. Billy Glaze. Here's the thing with him is, he's already got a pretty eccentric name. I feel like it'd be hard for him to kill a lot of people. So I think he's an actor.
Actor, Dylan says.
All right, I'm going with serial killer.
Billy Glaze convicted of 3 murders and possibly guilty of 20 plus.
Damn, Billy Glaze.
But recent DNA evidence implicating another man in the crimes brings his convictions into question. But he is doing a life sentence for the murder of 3 people. Billy Glaze.
Very cool.
Billy Glaze. That's crazy.
He's getting a shit beat out of him in prison. Just
Billy Glaze is he's dead.
Billy Glaze here for Chipotle away. For Blood Away. Luminol. Did not recover it. Okay. What about Michael Hughes, though? That's what I'm wondering.
I could go either way.
Michael Hughes.
Serial killer, because he would definitely need a middle name to make an actor.
Gotcha. That's an interesting take, because usually you think serial killer 3 names, but we've already established. Not that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
No,
there's also a famous director,
I think
John
Michael Hughes
Hughes.
is an actor.
What's that, Dom?
I think he's an actor.
And then Dylan said serial killer.
I think he's a family name of actors.
Mm-hmm. Well, his family name is the Southside Slayer. He killed 7 people, though.
His family name is the Southside Slayer.
Southside Slayer.
He killed 7. Convicted of 7. We're good. We only have like 6 left now. We're almost to the end of this bad boy. How about this one? Harry Dean Stanton. Harry Dean Stanton. Is this person a serial killer? Is he an actor? What the hell is going on here?
Actor.
Harry Dean Stanton is an actor.
Actor for both? You're both correct. He's known for his roles in The Green Mile, Alien, and even the Avengers. He plays security guard in the Avengers.
And Paris, Texas, the movie.
Dylan knows who he is. Well, he's in like 100 movies. When you see him, you'll know him.
Be like, oh, that weird fucking guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's in Sony. That's why I picked the actors who are in a ton of stuff, but you just don't know their names. That's exactly this guy, Harry Dean Stanton.
Those, like,
I already forget what the name was. I'm supposed to be
Harry Dean
Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Skinny motherfucker, smokes cigarettes. Been the
tall,
for
goofy looking
years.
guy.
Kind of looks like a trucker.
He definitely plays a trucker in like 6 movies.
Definitely.
But he also plays like hillbilly in a bunch of movies. In Alien, he's like the fucking guy who, he's basically like the help.
Cool.
I don't remember who he plays in The Green Mile though. Is he one of the guards or?
He's one of the prisoners that gets killed. He's not even in the prisoners for that long.
Yeah,
he's the one that laughs when Percy pisses himself.
Oh yeah. So he's great. We love him.
Yeah, I don't recognize him at all, except for being that guy in Green Mile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, if you're so confident in that, then what about Leonard Lake? Leonard Lake.
Oh, you mean brother of Greg Lake, the fantastic musician?
Perhaps, but he has to be an actor or a serial killer. He's not on the list.
Dominic?
I'm not a serial killer.
Dylan?
Leonard Lake. Actor.
Along with his accomplice, Charles Ng, his last name spelled N-G, he was responsible for up to 25 murders. He was convicted of 11, and he committed suicide while in custody. Oh, I'm sorry, YouTube. He unalived himself while in custody for committing 11 murders on the record.
Cool. Very cool.
It does seem like Charles Ng was the head of the thing, but Leonard Lake sounds more like an actor, so I put his name in there instead.
Yeah.
Couple more left here, gentlemen. Donald Harvey.
Oswald?
Donald Harvey. Not Oswald.
Actor.
Dylan says actor.
Serial killer. I'm at the point where I just have to do opposite of Dylan if I have a chance to win.
Donald Harvey is known from such films as, just kidding, he's known as actually the Angel of Death.
Wow.
Whoa.
Big title.
Like Slayer wrote a song about him?
This guy is one of the top serial killers in American history. He's a hospital orderly convicted of killing 37 patients, but his kill count could have been as high as 80.
This guy's fucking nuts.
He's that guy. Donald Harvey. Just a simple name, could have been anybody, but yeah, that's the Angel of Death they call him. What a fucking asshole.
Wow.
Also, the highest kill count on all serial killers in American history. It's question marks. They can't prove it, but it goes to a guy who ran an abortion clinic, and he used to abort babies who were about to be born. So his kill count could be like 250, because he would just kill babies all the time.
Damn.
Yeah. So like the top 5 out of like all of them is like one guy from like so long ago you can't track where they are, and 4 of them are hospital professionals. So it's like if you have access to that, you can do way more kills. Like 2 of them are nurses that just poison the patient. Like it's very, you get a lot of kills.
Like Nurse Ratched.
Yeah, exactly. You just get in, get quick, and then you literally have access to poison. People die in the hospital. It happens all the
poison.
time. Yeah, there's 2 nurses that have like 60 plus kills too that are on the list too. But I didn't put them on because they're women, and I couldn't trick you as much. So we have 3 left. Dom, would you like to read us our score count before we do our final 3 here?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Dylan is still in the lead at 23. But for the first time of the night, your boy's not too far off at 21.
Wow, it's only 2 away. There's only 3 left, so this could really be
This could be it.
This could be it. I love it. I love you guys' gumption. I love your gumption.
Okay.
All right, here's our next one. David Carradine. David Carradine. Is he a serial killer or an actor?
Actor.
David Carradine, known from Kill Bill Volume 2, Death Race, Kung Fu, and the Dylan and Joe Basement podcast for the guy who died autoerotic asphyxiating himself. If you guys didn't get that one right, I don't even think you were on the podcast.
Well, because the thing is, he didn't use a door, so he definitely got it done better.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to put that so early. I'm like, I can't put it early because I have to put it later on. It's David Carradine. Come on. If you didn't know who he was already, it kind of sounds like a serial killer, but actually we already know who he is. And he is the killer, but he only killed one man. James.
All right, so now,
you
said so. There's 2 left now.
There's two left. Yeah.
So all I can do is go for the tie.
Yeah. We'll see. Here's the next one. James Earl Ray. James Earl Ray.
You're first.
I'm going serial killer.
Okay. Dylan. You could just go opposite just to keep your lead, or you could
killer. No, I'm being authentic here. Yeah, I'm going. What did I say? Serial killer.
You didn't say anything yet. Dom said serial killer.
And I think he is. I think it confused me. I'm gonna go actor. I know why, but I think I am going.
Dylan goes actor. I did trick you guys a little bit. He only killed one person, but he was confessed to killing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee in 1968.
Oh, damn!
So I counts as a killer. Dom gets the point.
Fuck. Because I was thinking James Earl Jones. I'm like, oh, I know you're thinking. Yeah. We're thinking that.
Dylan, you don't need to talk about all kinds of. We know you think stuff, whatever. All right, the final person on the list, James Earl Jones. We went Earl Ray.
Are you kidding me?
Now we're going Earl Jones.
You just sandbagged me.
Chachi, I didn't know you were going to be so close. Answer honestly if you know or if you don't know. Oh. James Earl Jones, not Ray.
Dylan, you go first this time.
Dylan, you go first.
I choose actor for 500.
Okay. Dom?
I'll also choose actor.
He was an actor known for his roles as Darth Vader, Mufasa, as well as The Sandlot. He died September 9th of last year. R.I.P. One of the best actors of all time. James Earl Jones, not James Earl Ray. And that will conclude our list of actor or serial killer.
Final score, Dylan 25, Dom 24.
Damn, that was way closer than last.
I was pulling hard for most
if only I had 5 more that were unrelated completely.
Wow, that was out of control.
Wow. I think it might be time for final thoughts after that.
Now, Joe, I have a question about final thoughts. Is that your favorite segment of the show?
It's my favorite segment of the show. Also known as what people experience when their necks are being wrapped around by a 2-man's fist. What are your final thoughts?
Righty then.
Yes, sir. Final thoughts, folks. I certainly can't go first since I did put together the list. You guys go first, would you?
I'll go first. My final thought is, I actually had a pretty fun time looking up serial killers. That being said, I still don't want to watch all these documentaries and read up on serial killers all the time like people like to do. I think it's insane.
I get it.
And also, if you did this 3 years ago, I would have gotten a lot more actors wrong.
Really? Because now you know more actors.
Because now I know things. And
well thought.
That's my final thought right there.
You knew Clancy Brown like the back of your hand.
Of course I know that. You don't grow up at Cook Lane and not know who Clancy Brown is.
Not like bad Leroy Brown.
You know that too. Name's
probably came up just as much.
I saw his vinyl at Savers. I didn't get it. Anyways.
If you go back and there, grab it.
All right. Well. Final thoughts. I'm happy that Harry Dean Stanton was on the list, and real good game, real close game. Good game.
Love how Dylan knew that. Like Clancy Brown for him was Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah, that's him for me. And cheers to Joe for putting this together. Phenomenal fucking research work.
Nice, man.
Trickery and all those things, but love these games, and it's a hard. If you guys played along with us the whole time, I'd love to hear your scores because it's
let's see if anyone beat their scores.
It's tough, yeah, hard one.
Mm-hmm. And if you listened to this whole thing without playing the game, just go back and let's do it again.
Just do it again. See if you can remember all this shit.
You won't remember. You won't remember most of it.
No way.
Because in about an hour, I don't even remember what.
I have it all written down. You think I remembered all that shit? I didn't. I had to read it the whole time. All I can remember is Billy Bob Thornton. That's all I got. My final thoughts are, had a great time putting the list together. Very fun. I had this idea a while ago because I was like, what do I do? I want to do an NFL or terrorist, but I want to make something else. And I was like, what about like
making something we can keep actors? Up on the YouTubes?
Yeah, and serial killer. Something that YouTube hates even more. We mentioned all the words YouTube doesn't like.
The thing that YouTube hates the most, the invention of the parachute.
Our only episode that's been blocked by YouTube. This one won't be, even though we talked about sexual assault, suicide. Yeah. It won't care. They won't care.
Well, they're gonna love Porn Star or Your Neighbor. That'll be fucking hilarious.
We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna call it This or That. It's gonna happen every couple of months. It's gonna be great. But yeah, thanks guys for playing along. You guys are rock. It's just great to be on the podcast.
Good to be back. Again. Good to be back, guys.
Awesome. Love it. But yeah, Dylan, you want to take us out? I think that's about it. The quiz is over.
All right. We love you guys. Thanks for another great fucking time hanging with the boys here, Dylan, Joe, and Tom, for the Dylan Joe Basin podcast. We'll see you guys next week, and have a good celebration of the rising of your Savior. And
I have one more. Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate.
That was a good one. Also, don't forget, if Dylan comes on 3 weeks in a row, the fourth week he gets to talk about whatever he wants, and we can't stop him.
Oh yeah, that's on the record. That's on the record. It's locked in.
On the record several times. All right. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Episode 165, the most boring, stupid shit ever. That'll still be fun.
It's gonna be great. Let's do it. Yep.
Hell yeah,
the
man.
Nazi U-boat war from 1939 to 1945. Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right. Okie dokie.
See you. Hey, stay safe out there, and appreciate all those character actors. You never
don't trust
anyone. Go back and watch all
all
those Christopher McDonald movies you forgot about.
Oh yes.
Better burn down your house and piss on the ashes. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat shit for breakfast.
Pieces of shit for breakfast.
Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est?
He had a 12-inch long knife covered in blood still in his truck.
Bold, very bold.
Yep, that's tough.
I'm so glad you said knife.
I thought that was going in a different direction.
Don't forget, he's a family man, so he can't come home and his wife can't see his noose hanging from the ceiling that he uses on the weekends.
Yeah, it's a good point. He just dads in the bathroom again, slamming the door. He just slammed the door. No. Now, bust a load real quick. He would kick the door shut, fall over with his dick in his hand. And be like, oh shit, I fucking then come. Like,
he did kind of look like the Tourette's guy. If we can put that up side by side, Joe. Yeah. He looked a lot like the Tourette's guy. They have a lot.
Oh god.
Next on the list, we have John Wayne Gacy.
Did that last name get invented in the 1100s when he was just the guy chases people?
Yeah, that's why they call it Chase Bank.
Yeah, his last name's Chase. He's fucking the guy's chasing everyone always.
But he was confessed to killing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee in 1968.
Oh, damn.
So I guess the killer, Dom gets the point.
Because I was thinking James Earl Jones. I'm like, oh, I know you're thinking that. We're thinking that.
Dylan, you don't need to talk about all kinds of. We know you think stuff, whatever. All right, the final person on the list, James Earl Jones.
I don't like this though.
Snout to tail.
Underneath the motives, it says blood drinking, sexual pleasure, necrophilia, and schizophrenia. That's not a motive. That's a condition.
His motive.
His motive is schizophrenia.
He likes
motivated.
He likes to the bodies, and he likes not knowing what's real and not real.
Randall Brent Woodfield is an American serial killer, serial rapist, kidnapper, robber, burglar, and former football player.
I was going to say, he was a football player, and after that failed, he's like, I have to hurt people. Really? Okay, so Dom says actor, Dylan says serial killer. He's also known as the Taco Bell Strangler.
No fucking way. Really?
I have no boners my whole life. If I kill somebody, I get hard.
And the judge was like, prove it in front of us right now. Exactly. Give this guy a knife.
They said,
sure it didn't happen.
We've heard it before.